some hostile there.
Hello, hello, hello. We are still having some technical difficulties out there, aren't we?
Yeah, they're gonna come back in a second. It's gonna be all right.
We're gonna get in there. We like to
gonna
go
be.
with the flow. Go with the flow.
Okay.
So how y'all feeling today?
I feel accomplished.
She said, accomplished. I feel accomplished. What
I
did
just
you
feel like
accomplish
nothing
this
can
week?
nothing can take me down. It's like I turned a new leaf or something.
That's a beautiful
You
thing.
turned a new leaf?
Yes. Like I don't want to argue. Like I don't know. It's like a light just came into my soul and I'm just a different being.
Okay.
Bing.
Let's remind her what the name of this show is. Chris, what's the name of this show again?
Hostile therapy.
And obviously it worked. Obviously it worked.
Sometimes you got a little get a little bit mean sometimes. Sometimes I'm mean. Sometimes I'm mean because sometimes you just gotta be.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, if that phase comes
it's all
back,
in us.
I'll deal with it. But right now, I just want to bask in this Zen ambience and just feel blissful. And, you know, the love I have pulsing through me right now, it probably could spread through 10 states. I'm just full of love.
Did she say 10? Okay, I want to know how you came up with 10. How would it spread through 10 states? What would that look like?
I can just see myself going on a big caravan and just doing like a love tour, you know, a love tour.
And flowers and hearts flying out the back of it as you traveling.
Yeah, we're just giving away puppies and hugs and puppies and lollipops, you know. Hugs, puppies,
with
and
Grey
lollipops.
Goose and some twerking at night though, because you know, balance.
You know, we can call it the
balance.
The HPL tour. Hugs, puppies, and lollipops. Yeah, I like
lollipops.
Everyone likes lollipops. You know?
I cannot with you tonight. I cannot with
We'll just go into each town. Hugs, puppies, and lollies for everyone.
Oh my God. Did y'all see Kanye's video Easy this week?
Was it good?
No.
Girl. Okay. So he in there, it's black and white, and the art is amazing. I love the artistry about it. But what happens is he takes this person that looks like Pete and he kidnaps him, puts like something over his head, kidnaps him, buries him in the ground, sprinkles seeds on his head, and waters it, and like these roses come up, and then he cuts them off and puts them in the truck and takes them in and like is carrying around the dude's head. And then at the end, he's like, and everybody lived happily ever after, except Skeet or something like that.
This is why you know mental health is real, because you're doing all this.
Whoa.
You're doing all this while you have a Kim K lookalike on your arm as we speak, and she knows she's a lookalike. Let's keep it real. She knows she's a lookalike.
But I did the research on her. She's actually very accomplished, and actually she's into mental health. So maybe she can actually help him. But I had the question: is it art or is it too much?
This is a come up for her. She knows she's a lookalike. She knows.
Yeah, but I don't know. Would you consider that good art or not? Hey, Rad, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Perfect.
I fixed that shit.
It's self-expression through pain. That's what it is.
All right, we good.
I mean, in essence, aren't all artists crazy?
I wouldn't say crazy. Like, I don't like that word. I think it's just expressive.
Okay, well,
Most women
mental
don't like
issues.
that word. It's a trigger word.
Yeah.
That's because you call us crazy when we're actually just holding you accountable, Justin.
You're right. You're right.
They're unique.
Sometimes.
Eccentric.
I am. Yes, ma'am.
Georgia O'Keeffe, you know.
Call me
Van Gogh.
Just don't call me Colette. Okay?
There's no more payphones, Alexa. Nobody can call you Colette. Where you from?
If you call me crazy, just don't ever call me collect. That means you can't ever depend on me after that shit.
It's a wrap. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't care if you need $20 for some damn food for your dying puppy.
So, Red, you missed Alexa. She has a new tour coming up called the HPL Tour.
The what?
HPL.
Yeah.
Happiness, puppies, and lollipops. Because she likes to lick it like
Oh, see, now you trying to twist.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said I'm on a Zen.
Alexa said she was going to be good all night, and so I'm going to tease her.
Oh, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're trying to trigger me. Like, guess what?
Alexa is good on all days that don't end in Y, so I believe you.
Oh, wow. Anyways.
I believe you.
The tour is
I love your
happening.
hair, though. Like, I'm loving your hair. She said the tour is happening. I want to be on this tour. I want to go. I don't like puppies. So, you know, lollipops, I'm good.
I mean, you don't have puppies? Like, what? Do you work for the devil?
The devil and me, we cool. Me and demons are cool, too. So, you know,
wow.
I work with anybody.
Look, they like this. Twinsies.
My girl wants to get a pet pig.
Oh no,
that's so weird.
Yeah, like I know like, you can make them, you know, domesticated and stuff. I was like, what? I don't know, man.
I just can't get into pigs.
If I said like that's some white people shit right there, what's that? Is it too early in the show to say that?
No, that's 100% accurate.
Because
I didn't get that shit out my face.
We see bacon so much. Like we see bacon so much. Nobody should have a pet pig.
Well, a lot of people do. Like there a lot of, I don't know. I don't want one personally. I like see one. I'll be like, oh, cool. Like when stay, but it's going to get bigger. She's like, they don't get that big. Like they get like 25, 35 pounds. Like that's a big fucking dog, man. I don't want a pig that big. And you can litter train them. Yeah. She was like, you can litter train. I was like, you can't even let your mom's dog out when she goes out of town. How the fuck you can take care of a pig?
Right. Speak.
My sister has ducks and chickens. She has ducks and chickens.
No, we live in her country. She lives with me. I said, when you get your house, you do what you want.
But ain't no pigs up here.
No, there ain't no pigs. I know
that's right. I know.
He's fronting because you're getting a pig. He's fronting because he's getting a pig.
I'm not living that damn pig. I'll be getting single and have my shit back by myself again.
Now, could you imagine?
No, don't say too much. Don't say too much.
Oh, are we live?
now, check this out, y'all.
Lexi's gonna be the one to make sure y'all are all straight. I'm gonna be the one to be like, "Oh, word, tell me more."
You gonna be recording it?
No, she needs. I told her that shit too. Anyways, I don't care.
Now, sometimes it doesn't matter how many times you bathe a dog and do that. Dogs still have a smell. But could you imagine a pig?
Yeah,
like.
Well, they're actually really clean.
I was raised on a farm when I grew up, and I know how a pig.
You're raised on a farm?
Green Acres,
for sure.
Yeah, I love farms. Yeah. I love farms. I think they're amazing.
A single house pig is not that dirty. Like I've seen somebody's house with a house pig, and it won't mess. You know what I mean? But
I'm talking about sloppy pigs, like the ones.
So subliminally, you accepted the pig already because just because you said that, you already accepted the pig.
I said that.
You already know. He's
to me myself.
You accepted that baby pig.
No, I'm not, because she had two big dogs. She had two dogs. She had two dogs before she could take care of them. I was like, look, you need to just.
If you can't take care of dogs, just give it up. You can't take care of nothing.
Like tell her straight up. I was like, you suck.
Why would you bring that up right then? You accepted that pig already.
I did not accept nothing. There won't be no pig in my mouth.
Let's place a bet because he's gonna have a pig.
Jedi mind trick.
That shit ain't happening.
Hey, y'all! Before we get into the festivities tonight, let me know if you can hear. Can you hear the sound in the background? Did you hear that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, with that being said, we're gonna get started with the show. Sorry for the audio technicalities I had earlier. But we're gonna be good from now on. And
good.
3 subjects.
Good.
We're gonna get into today or tonight, depending on when you're watching this or listening to this. We got Erica's to start off top 5 dating rules to
I
be
don't know how this even came up, but
Yo, give me that.
and
Give me that pen.
Yeah, put this in
Or
right
that one. Okay.
Matt, we're gonna
are you
talk
gonna
about
take notes to like make fun of me later? That's not cool, Jeff.
Well, I was gonna write down some shit. I don't
no,
know.
he's trying to get with you, so he's not.
It's all game.
All right. Later on, we're going to talk about the Madonna Whore Complex.
Oh Lord Jesus.
This has nothing to do with the singer, which I originally thought. And
A lot of y'all men have it.
Mhm. And lastly, we're going to talk about should you be judged based on how you dress?
For sure.
Right. So first off, we're going to start off with the segment. We're probably going to do this some other time. I assure you, we're going to do this other times. What the hell did you? What did you put? Oh, I thought you put on a blanket, Alexis.
No, I'm just getting ready for the segment.
Because it's going to get warm enough. Yeah, you ain't going to need no extra clothes on. But we're going to do this segment probably some other time. But tonight we're going to do the top 5 reasons or top 5 rules to dating you.
These are the top 5 rules for dating.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I feel like I should have got another shot.
All
He
right.
said, I'm tired.
All right.
So, little background story. I did not lose my virginity till I was 24. Okay.
Goddamn lie.
So in order,
That's early as hell.
yes. So to do that very early on, I had to have boundaries because at the end of the day, I was hot in the ass too. However, I had to sit on the goods. I was waiting for marriage. So
Mhm.
I would read these books and be like, how do I get through this, especially through the college years? So I set these rules for myself and I stuck with them all through my dating years. So y'all let me know what y'all think about them.
All
So
right.
number 1.
I'll let you know later.
No, now. See, that's why I told you
I'll
gotta
let
know
you know
now.
when we talk about the segment, because trust me,
Never
I have
call
an answer for that.
him.
I promise you I do.
Like number 1, never call him.
This is number 1.
Never call him.
Never call him.
So if he asks for the number and he calls, I'm never gonna call him. Like just never. Never answer the first time he calls. Make him call again.
Is this still number 1? Are we still number 1?
No, that's part of that's like 1.8. So if he calls the first time, you let it ring and you let it go to voicemail. Don't answer. If he really wants to talk to you, he'll call you again, and you got it because you got to know. Okay. Never say I love you first.
Hell to the no. So you're setting boundaries is what you're doing to see if he'll like be able to hold out not getting that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Never say I love you first.
Okay.
On the first few dates, show boobs or legs, never both.
Okay, interesting. Why?
I heard that before.
Because
I heard that before.
It's a good one. Smile at his friends, but never engage with them.
Okay.
But if they engage with her.
What is engaged?
Or her, because her.
Yeah, conversation.
What if they start a conversation because they're just conversative?
You just smile and say,
away. Yeah, that's cool. No, hey, babe, you heard what he said? He's so hilarious. He's a good friend of yours. No, don't engage his friends. Don't become friends with his friends.
Okay. That wasn't number 5?
That has to be number 5.
That was 1, 2. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, then number 4.
I thought we were on number 5.
Number 5. When he does something against your code, just go silent. Don't call. And that's the way you punish him. Make him beg to be back.
Does anything against your code?
Punish him.
Silent.
Does anything, cause punish him.
Oh hell no.
Punish him by just going dark.
That ain't no damn punishment.
Yes, it is.
It is.
That's dude. Nothing pissed me off more than when you would silence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's
you go silent.
I've been married twice. I've had a few fiancés. It worked. So
you go silent after the punishment.
It worked.
Well, that's double
That
punishment.
is the
That's
punishment.
overkill.
That's double.
That's overkill.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Overkill.
Okay.
No.
Chris.
So break it down,
Yes,
boys.
sir.
What do y'all think of that list?
Okay, Chris.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Give us your breakdown of one of those rules that she stated so far. That I guess either you hate or you love.
Okay.
Because it's
I'm
hard out here for a
50-50.
pimp.
I'm 50-50 with it. The reason being is because, well, she made this up a little bit early before she started talking about this, where she was like, she waited till she was 24 or whatever, you know what I mean?
Till I was married.
I'm like Lorenzo Tate. I ain't trying to wait. I'm not trying to wait. Look,
Yeah, I'll put in some work, but what?
But I mean, the reason being is that I want to know if we're compatible, if we like the same things
Right.
and things of that nature.
Right.
I don't want to waste my time and invest my emotions, invest time, and do all this, and we're not physically compatible. That ain't good. But I was, you see your face. I was when she said, "Never say I love you first."
Never say I love you first. Never say I love
That
you first.
is, look. I would say I like that only because when I dated in the past, if I got really into somebody or something like that, and I'm like, yo, I'm expressing myself, I'm telling you, like, yo, I love you, this and that, the third.
Mm-hmm.
It's like grounds for termination. So,
wow.
I
can see what you're saying.
Wait, if a girl
dead
says it to you,
serious.
that's grounds for termination?
No. If I said that to them first,
like right away too.
You know, like that, it could have
been soft.
Yeah.
Well, not right away, but
well,
but it
that's
don't
subjective.
matter. Yeah,
it's
subjective.
not grounds for termination. I'm sorry.
Right away is subjective.
It happened to me, so I'm just telling you that.
That means they're damaged.
I always got said I love you first. It's only been one time I said I love you first. Only one time ever.
That means they're damaged. Because honestly,
exactly.
You're supposed to love people. You're supposed to be open.
You
Sometimes
you need to keep it to
you have to
your damn
remember
self.
this rule was in my early 20s.
Yep.
So
And
just a little bit, but
everything will be all bright, shiny, and brand new, and they'll think they're in love right away. They'll be like, "I love you." No, let's not. I mean, I've made that mistake before too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
after they say I love you, I don't say it right back.
You got no difference between love and lust.
For sure.
Right.
Or you just attention. Yep. And 9 times out of 10,
the soonest someone said they love me was probably 3 months.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Erica,
it was told to me a few times, like in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, like
that's a little early. That's a little early.
Too little early. Yeah. So
yeah.
I do like that rule,
Red
Erica,
flag,
you talked about.
Flag
Don't become friends with his friends. I like that to some degree.
After trust and stuff is built, then by all means.
Right, like we can open up. I don't give a damn.
You got like go fucking shopping together and shit, but you can be like, you can talk.
He's gay. Go shopping with him.
Oh yeah, you're not doing.
Just a quick interjection. It's gonna take 10 seconds. So you don't want them to become friends with your friends, right? You don't want them to get close, right? But the second you have an argument, is that the friend that's coming to pick you up?
The male friend
for boys' night out.
You talking about the male friend?
That's a problem.
Yeah, that is an issue.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I see it.
You don't want to engage with this person, but yet as soon as we have a problem, that's who you're spending all your time with.
Yeah, I don't want you not to engage with them. You should know the boundaries already.
Right.
Like, you have to go ahead and tell you that shit. Then you know what I'm saying.
Then that's a problem.
Well, she already knows the boundaries. I mean, if you're that close,
some people don't.
Some people don't. Like you should have to explain that shit.
Some people don't.
I don't know. I'm always friendly toward the friends. I'll cook for them. You know, they're invited over to the house.
Now,
you know, I'll come and say hi. But am I going to try to like build a rapport and build a friendship with them?
No, man, hell no.
Right. And so,
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
That should take years.
Don't make me a ghost until Halloween starts. If you feel me, don't make me a ghost And now,
but reason why I say that, not
Louise
don't
starts,
do
and
this.
now you going trick or treating. Okay.
I really like her rule with that because,
One thing.
like you've all kind of said in a nutshell, allow that to grow and build over a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not exchanging no phone numbers with nobody else's girlfriend, no shit like that.
Oh no.
You know what I'm
Never
saying?
that.
Like,
Never that.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. But the only time I've only done this recently with my relationship is because we like family.
Okay.
And ain't nobody flirting, ain't playing, ain't do nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
That don't mean
if I
nothing.
call
I'm
you-
sorry. That don't mean nothing. I've
So,
seen too much.
I
I've
do
done
like
too
that.
much.
Erica said flag
Sorry,
on the
it doesn't
flag.
mean nothing.
Flag on the play. No.
But that ghost, I'm 50-50 with the ghost, right?
Right.
With not talking, not speaking, not texting, not doing any, not communicating at all, no paging. Yeah, look, that's not getting back.
Our age
I
over
can't believe
here.
you just said paging. That's what I thought I
He
heard.
just said
You said
paging.
paging?
He
I
just
did.
said
I threw that
paging.
in there.
You better be a doctor, Chris. He they're talking about some paging in here. Or a drug dealer or something.
Yeah, for real.
Or just
So the reason why I was like I'm 50-50 with it is because sometimes people know it. Sometimes somebody knows what they do, and they need to suffer and pay first.
Right.
But
Right.
I don't.
At the end
Honestly,
of the day,
I don't agree with that rule so much anymore.
So,
I don't.
Yeah, that's why I
That's a
said I'm
rule I
50-50
don't. I
with
don't
it.
go by anymore.
What's that? The
But now-
paging? Nobody has pagers. I agree too.
So you can't.
No,
pay-
I don't do. I don't.
Express
I don't do
emotion.
silent treatments. I'm going to communicate if there's
You
an
can
issue. I'm going to
communicate.
say, hey.
Yeah, I don't do
you know,
no
there's
silent
a-
treatment.
You don't be sending no vibes.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because dudes can take things the wrong way either way too. You know, and you just I don't know, man. It takes
Right.
trust. You just
They
can't
take
just
it the wrong
start
way.
being friends and shit.
Okay.
Because I'm speaking my mind.
Just
Men definitely take things the wrong way, but
Yo.
so do women. And at
And
the
I'm
end of the day,
Oh,
we're
well.
all just the same. And so I have learned and appreciated the fact that I'm not a child anymore. I communicate. I have emotional intelligence.
That's okay.
I can tell you when something is wrong without having to give silence. I don't believe in that anymore. I just
Once you
does
try
it
a
work
couple
to
different
train
ways,
to
and
train
they don't-
And
lesser
I'm classy.
men? Yes.
I'm classy with my words. And when I punish you,
just
like, you gonna do
I
the
don't
full
do any
effect without being
punishment.
disrespectful. No,
Let's
but
just-
I
this is what I'm
don't do
saying,
any
though.
punishment.
Okay.
The day
don't have
I
to.
will never
Is-
punish a grown man. I
what
just
is
won't.
a rule that you don't like or you love? Pick either one from the top 5 she's named.
Well, I agree. I kind of get all of them. I don't know about the silent treatment or what else.
Yeah.
If they did something to offend you or disrespect you or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just cut them off. Is this you talking about in the very beginning of the relationship and stuff? That's when you do that.
Yeah, I was notorious for ghosting. I'm super bad at ghosting.
But see,
Like
that's
you'll
two
never know.
different
It'll just be
things.
done.
I understand
Oh,
that.
no.
You're talking about at the beginning of a relationship, right? That means you never had a relationship. And then you're talking
You were
about
young, too.
Well, I mean, the beginning can be beginning for me could be 1 to 3 years.
Wow.
Back in the
Well,
day,
I'm talking about
1 to 3 years. Fuck what?
No. And an established relationship.
Yeah.
If you can't communicate
If
with
you
that
break a
person,
code that's like so bad, and I'm like, this
No.
is a real character issue, and I really.
Oh, for sure. Just let them know.
I don't think,
straight up.
or I don't think that you're trying to really actually be
No.
mature yourself, and I feel like I'm wasting my
Right.
time. I will ghost, and I know, judge me,
Okay.
judge me, judge
That's
me.
what happened to me.
I'm just being.
That's
I'm not
reasonable.
saying that I'm right. I'm just saying what I
That's
do.
how you feel.
I will ghost,
That's
I mean,
but
you can
I
ghost,
always
but-
try
but-
to resolve.
at
Yeah.
least leave
I
at
do try
least
to
leave a
resolve.
Dear John
But
letter.
if I see no resolution and
Yeah, you
you're not
should
meeting
just-
me halfway,
No.
Well, at our older age, we get older, we learn how to just say what you want or whatever. Now, I had a chick do that to me not too long ago,
not many.
and she
Not
was like,
many.
"I feel like you're always just trying to be funny, like you're performing. I'm just always the same." You know what I'm saying? But I'm
I'm
not.
confused. I'm
Oh,
confused.
That's
How
just
do you have how did you have a chick that just did that to you recently, but you're arguing with your girl
You know
about
what?
getting a pig?
Fucking Jesus Lord, within 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Juggle.
I don't juggle that shit no more.
Okay.
Fuck all that.
Okay.
First of all, I
He
don't have
said no more.
I don't have the sex drive to do that anymore.
Oh.
And I've honestly, I've learned to love myself. I don't need it.
T.
I don't need
I love
help.
that.
I don't need
I'm
validation.
Yes.
just asking.
Yeah,
I don't need validation from women, like or anybody really.
Right.
I love
For
it.
sure.
I love that.
I like to get it from
do, I
my
love that.
peers and stuff like that, like kind of like professional wise. But I no longer feel like I used to. Like it was a problem. Like I had to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't. I don't care. Like cool later.
Gotcha.
yeah.
But yeah. But so I'm not a hoe no more. But it's not only because I just don't have lack of sex drive.
Good.
But
I'm happy for you.
that shit follows you around, man. Like
That's awesome.
my girlfriend still be like, "You fucking hoe." I'm like, I'm not a hoe. You a hoe. Like I have a lot
You're
of
such a
chicks,
hell. I
friends.
love it.
And like when I was younger, I did not think that it was possible for men and women to be friends like that and not something
You
happen.
can. I
But
have plenty.
it does. It does. With maturity, age, and you know what I mean?
I still don't believe it.
Really?
No.
It's
No comment.
No.
I think
No
that if y'all
comment.
hang out together, that's one thing.
I've gotten with every
But if
male
it's some,
friend
oh,
that
I'm
I've
gonna
been
have a
friends
Really?
with, and that's
I
just
have
the real
not.
truth.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I
No,
have.
I don't like that. I'm
I
sorry.
haven't.
Every single one.
I haven't.
Uncomfortable.
No, I'm not saying. Some have tried too,
Boo hoo.
and I was like, I'm not a piece of meat.
Yeah, if y'all are in the friend zone, then yeah, of course y'all can be friends. If there's no chance that you can do anything with her, yeah, of course y'all can be
Well, that's
friends.
not even.
But usually that's from her end.
But when I tried it, I was in a different place in my life where I was like
Everyone can do
not
that.
trying to bang
Not
anybody. I just
everyone
really,
can do that.
yeah,
They just
I
can't.
did it, and
Right.
motherfuckers don't be believe. I know it's really it's not the norm, but it happened for me. You know what I mean?
Right?
See, because
But
a lot of
sometimes
people
the
in my
females
past.
wanted
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
right?
They done heard about
Okay.
the albino
See, and
sales
that's
tank,
the
and they're
problem.
just trying to get in there.
That's the problem. You were having emotional intimacy with them, and that's just as bad as physical.
It's
So
actually worse.
you
It
were
was
just
friends.
It's
it's
actually
worse.
worse.
So you were friends, but they were not just
No,
friends.
but I made it clear too. I was like very open and
It don't
stuff.
matter.
I guess it don't.
It don't matter.
But it
No.
never.
So
It
you
didn't
should
turn
do
weird.
it.
Nah, see,
It's
but
worse.
Because it
We're
doesn't
still
matter.
friends. Like I'm still friends
back in
with
the
them.
day, what ended up happening
You have to
was
have boundaries with that. You have to
a
have
Yeah,
lot
boundaries.
of people
Super, super.
used to call me. They used to call me a hoe because I had a lot of female friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not sleeping with these female friends.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of female friends because they accepted me for who I was. I accepted them for who they were,
Right.
and we had a great vibe. And when we hung out, it was like, oh, y'all, this and that and the third, blah, 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 blah. But the problem with this whole situation is that men outside of my core dudes, my friends, they always looked at me as being some type of competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, and I was
That's
like,
the whole
dog.
subject right there.
I'm like, dog, like, what do you do? Like, yo, I'm not competing against you. I
Yep.
ain't doing this in the third. It's not like, I don't know
The
what's in your
struggle is
mind.
real.
Yep.
It's crazy.
You
Like,
just get
stop
you
it.
just get along better with
They gotta work on themselves,
Yeah.
dude. Because you were able to get to a point where you didn't feel that way about other. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that for you.
It wasn't a lustful, like, and no, I'm telling you, my boys will tell you, the chicks I hang around with, BAD. Ain't no scrubs. None of them in the middle.
No scalawags.
What does that matter? What does that matter, though?
Make it harder.
So wait, did you have any female friends that was scrubs?
Yeah.
Or not attracted?
Okay.
No.
Let me ask you this.
Even
Let me
say
ask you
that,
this question,
there is
Chris.
something subconscious to be said about that.
No.
Alexa.
But what I'm trying to say is that I'm gonna get this point across: is that even if they are physically attractive, it doesn't mean that I'm
You
attracted
took
to them
pride
that
in
manner,
the fact
or that way.
that you had, but you still had some sort of pride that all of your female friends looked good. It did something for your ego. Be real with that.
But that's okay.
That's good. That's good.
Listen, that's fine.
Okay, Chris, let me
Because
ask
you
you.
had no female friends that were scrubs. That says something.
Let me ask you this question, Chris.
That says I'm handsome.
Chris, let me ask you this question.
You're well liked. I can see
No,
it.
that means your ego liked having pretty females around you, and it made you feel good as a person.
The crazy thing is, I've had friends for over 15 years and never even had an extended fucking hug.
Right.
So it is possible that you can have friends for a long time like that.
I mean, it is possible.
But
bestie,
and you know what?
like
That's the norm.
I don't
We
know.
can all agree on that.
All right, hold on for a minute.
But they go
Alexa, hold on. Let me ask Chris this question right quick.
Let's do it seriously.
Chris, let me ask you this question. Hold on, everybody. Okay, these BAD women you talking about with the
Right.
triple A's and 4 A's in the bag,
Mm-hmm.
scrubs or not? Would you ever? Do you think y'all would stay friends on both ends if you invited them at a hotel at 2 a.m? Y'all
Yeah.
still gonna be friends? You think they're gonna still think they're your friend if you invite them over at 2 a.m?
Like a group
Listen,
chat or single.
I
And
promise
Y'all
they're
be
not
fronting.
gonna think. They're not gonna think anything.
no.
Fronting. Human
That's
nature is
not
human
friends then.
nature.
That's
Human
not a
human
friend
nature is
because
human
you can
nature, and
invite
you're gonna do what you're gonna
me over.
do.
You can invite me over, even though that'd be weird as hell. And you can invite me over. That's weird as hell. But if you invite any woman, Fred or not, at 2 a.m. at a hotel, that's why I said you can't be friends. Totally. There's got to be some element in that. Oh, I might have a chance. If you can't do that, then y'all are not complete friends.
Yeah, listen.
Yep.
Ain't nothing happening. Ain't going on. Regardless.
And you might have the wherewithal to do that. I'm just saying for both ends, if you say,
I think
come on
sometimes
over
we
at
need to
2
be
in the morning
honest about
and
our
watch a
true
movie.
core and
It
about our
depends on
true
who it
human
is.
instincts.
It depends on who it is.
Don't matter.
It depends. No, it does
You
matter
don't go
because
to no man's house at
I'm a
2 or
druid.
a
I'm a
hotel
druid.
at 2 in the morning and expect y'all just gonna watch movies together.
Well, no, not at no damn 2 in the morning. But I'm
That's
just
what I'm
saying.
saying.
But
There are
just so you
boundaries
know,
to it.
Listen, I haven't done it yet. But
That would be sneak.
And
That
you
would
know why? You know why, Chris.
Well, you wouldn't do that.
Exactly. He doesn't want to be
I-
real about it. I know it.
I still wouldn't do that. It wouldn't matter because
it's 2 in the morning.
Like,
Of course,
somebody might have.
If you weren't, you would.
No, check this out though.
You would, Chris.
Um,
You would. Right. You
I mean, I would
would.
have dropped some feelers out there to see, make sure. I'm not just going to invite somebody at 2 a.m. just off a whim. Just go, hopes and dreams. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put in a little bit of, I'm gonna do some scouting. You know what I mean? I'm gonna gather some intelligence before I just start calling random chicks over.
I done hooked so many of my homeboys up, and I'm telling you, but like long-term relationships, years. Some of them got married, and even after that whole damn marriage, at a crazy drunken night, they'll still hit me up like, "What's up?" And I'm thinking like, I done hit you up with 2 of my homegirls, and then you marry one of them. And now you're divorced.
Some people will never change,
I'm
man.
going to actually kick it with you. Like, dude, are you crazy?
Yeah, dude, come on, bro.
Yes, they do. Thank you.
Some are like that. Some dudes are like that.
The truth is,
like,
every male friend has been around me at some point, has tried to sleep with me, has tried to have something with me, has said maybe something between us could happen.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. Like, I guess I see what you're saying. I see that a lot. But if you don't show me, like, you got to spell that shit out.
I don't have to do nothing. I have to sit down and just be.
Yeah, that's what I'm about. That for me, how it works for me. If you don't spell that shit out for me, or like give me I'm not even gonna like attempt to. You know what I mean?
Off limits.
And plus, I don't even try to mess with. And then also, if I'm dating somebody and we're gonna become friends, if I'm gonna become friends with their friends on Facebook, I'll ask first. You know what I'm saying? If like one of them friends me or some shit,
right,
or whatever, I'll be like, "Is it okay?" You know what I mean? Except for this one chick, I was dating her. I was like, I'm done with it. I'm just getting out of this. And then when she took me to a house party, and there was a bunch of cool ass people there, I was like, oh. But I was already done with this. She was a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even feel bad. She was just, oh my god. Anyway, we could make a whole show about that shit.
But it's just about boundaries, bro.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Exactly.
I'm straight up about that shit.
Somebody else's fault. It's never your fault.
Fuck that. It wasn't my fault. I mean, yeah, it was my fault. It was her fault for being like the way she was.
You have ODD, just like I have PTSD, homie. Yeah. We contribute to the problem.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it was right or wrong.
I'm the top donation person. I ain't gonna lie. Once you start a problem, I'm the top donor. Okay? I'm gonna contribute like a motherfucker because you should not have started it.
Yeah.
Don't start nothing you can't finish.
Word.
I was like, used to be like that. Now I just don't care. Like, you want to start, if you want to be foolish by yourself. But
I wasn't being sneaky. I told her straight up. I was like, I'm gonna be friends with these people. Like, I was already in my mind that this won't work. I let her know and stuff too. I was just like, this is too much. and their kids suck too. I was like, man, they're little too. I was like, man, get the fuck out my face, you little whiny. Like already, like 2 days, they're like, hey, dad, like all that.
No.
They did not say, hey, dad.
Yeah, I swear, it was almost like it was rehearsed.
Get out of here, you bottom.
Yeah,
Shit.
run, nigga.
And then so look, and then I tell
Crazy. That is crazy.
They say, hey, dad, after 2 days.
yeah, I know.
You better leave.
This bitch was coming like so.
Hey,
I was just trying to be polite.
Justin, run.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Look, so I was
I
just.
want to see you in running position right now.
I went to the beach with my parents, right? And I was just being nice, and I was like, "Too bad you couldn't be here," because I knew it was a weeknight, and she had to take the kids to school. There's no possible way that she was gonna come. So I was just like, I shouldn't have said that shit. I was just like, "Too bad you're not here."
Why would you do that?
Because I'm stupid. I was trying to be nice, man. I don't know why I say dumb shit like that.
There are no
But
such things as a nice guy. Like they
Stop
don't
being
exist.
nice. If guys could stop being
no,
nice,
that's not true. But anyways, I was
be
just.
a better place.
I don't know why I said that shit. I shouldn't have. But guess what? She fucking came, man. Like 12 in the like at night, and she stayed.
And that's your fault. That's on
Yeah, I know.
you. Why are you talking about her like she's the one out of
Hold up.
she did something crazy?
Can I finish? Let me get to the point. Yes, that was.
Whoa,
I think we
Erica.
found
Hold
this
up.
one.
Whoa,
I think we found this one.
Yeah. So anyway, so I told my folks, I was like, "So this chick is coming, whatever." And then, like we went out the next time, we were all drinking and stuff, and me and my dad, we were like just talking. So it was kind of cool because me and my dad never get a chance to me and him talking. Anyways, this chick started saying all kinds of crazy shit to my mom, and my mom was like, "Whoa, hold up, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You keep talking that crazy shit, Justin's gonna bolt on your ass." And I'm telling you right now, like, stop it. But she didn't heed to mother's advice, and
what did she say
I would
to your mama?
I would have kicked her out.
you saying a bunch of crazy shit, man.
I mean, what did she
It was
actually
like-
say
it was
to your
less-
mama?
it
Like,
was-
what did she have to
Take some
audacity
ownership,
to say
Justin.
to your mom?
Like I was the best thing. Okay, look,
What did she
I-
say?
just how much she likes me and how awesome I am and shit. It was like 4 days. You know, I know.
I see what you're saying. That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
Not
she
no
said
crazy,
that she
crazy,
liked you
like,
and was really
okay,
into you.
I get it.
like it was like pretty much in love, like saying all this, that, and the other time. Kids being the kids really. It was like she was like, "Yo, it's first of all, it's only been like a
Was it
week."
really after 4 days?
Yeah, it was really short. That's when I was like, "Oh, abandoned ship."
I thought you were saying crazy
Good.
stuff like, "Oh, my spaceship's coming to pick me up in 3 days."
No. She made up a bunch of shit about
I
her
really
mom.
like your son, and he's really awesome, and I really hope we work out.
Yeah, as soon as that little goofy motherfucker was like, "Dad," I was like, "Shit," and he has a really good dad, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of my face with that shit."
Get out of here, you bottom.
No, I'm sorry. No, I
You said, "Fuck
cannot.
that, daddy."
I cannot. Justin, you have not said anything that she said that was actually crazy. She
Oh,
just
okay.
actually liked you,
Okay, I'm about
and
to
you didn't like
No.
her.
I'm
So
not, okay,
don't
I'll
call her crazy. You just didn't
Oh,
like
hold up.
her.
I'll
You
give
just
you.
didn't
I'll give
like
you
her.
True.
the craziest-
Good point.
Crazy.
Let's
Here it
give
goes.
praises. Give us
Okay,
praises.
so she talked about how her mom abused her and let her husband and her stepdad like abuse her like when she was little, this, that, the other. She leaves her young kids, 2 of them were girls, 1 was a boy, with her mom all the time, and that same dude, and they like do everything for her. And then talk about how she was abused emotionally, this, that, and the other, and sexually, and shit like that. And it was and talked mad crap on her like ex-husband. And actually, he's like fucking.
And he's still there.
No, he's there for the kids. I met this motherfucker. I was like, damn.
Well, what? Listen,
Come here, homie.
Can't judge a book by its cover.
Like she was like making up. She was just making up a whole bunch of stuff. I was like, if all that shit happened to you, why you leave your kids with these abusive people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Dysfunctional.
Crazy shit like that.
Right.
And I was like, oh hell to the
So
no.
majorly damaged. She was
There's a bunch-
majorly
yeah.
damaged.
No, but it was because of her own. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't deal with her stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Like after 2 days, making a whole paragraph Facebook shit about me, how I'm Mr. One. I know I'm fucking really awesome when you first meet me and fun to hang out with. I get that. Like I'm not trying to talk. No, I am. I'm like, you know what I mean? I get it. Like I'm very.
I know
I
I'm
love
the
it.
shit. Like
I love
the
the
shit.
confidence. No.
But you had to write.
I know you're not
I tell him now. I'm like, look. I know I seem like Mr. Wonderful.
I love it.
I know I seem like Mr. Wonderful and everything. I'm charismatic and all that, but I'm not. Okay, I'm just good time, fun to be around and hang out with, and I want people hanging out with me to have a good time too. So that makes me seem like Mr. Wonderful. But I am a piece of shit. I'm like, I tell them that I'm no good for like long term stuff though. We can hang out, but just so don't be getting all planning shit and dreaming because of these 3 days were super awesome.
Not 3 days. Where'd y'all go on vacation?
Well, yeah, I was like, well, I'm going to the beach or something. You know what I'm saying? When I was like balling,
They went on a cruise.
I was like, oh yeah, I did that
Like
shit
3
before
days.
too.
I thought
I
he
did
was
that
gonna
shit
say like
before.
a
I feel
day.
like I am just not hearing the whole
I thought he
story.
was gonna say like a
No,
day.
there ain't no.
All right, going now. He said because of these 3 days. That means y'all went somewhere.
Yeah, it could be 3 days or whatever. Yeah,
It could have been like it could
and
have happened.
I could
Thursday,
get
Friday,
attached.
Saturday,
I could get
Sunday.
attached at first real quick too. You know what I mean? Just like when you first got a new toy, like when Ninja Turtles came out, I was playing with them shits all the time and shit. And I'm like,
If he got
Not
tired.
Ninja Turtles.
we're tired of doing this stuff to April. Yeah.
Bring the Ninja
I'm
Turtles
gonna
How's
into
April
it.
O'Neil?
All right, guys.
All right. Well, we got
Look,
something. Sorry.
let's transition for a little bit, man.
All right.
Talk about the market.
Yeah.
Justin had something that came up today that he wants to talk about right quick.
This
a bit of a tragedy right quick. Justin, you can give us some information on what happened.
I will. So, real quick, I just want to send thoughts and prayers out to all the close friends and family of somebody that recently passed. Her name is Taylor Castillo. Yes, and there's a GoFundMe page for her funeral expenses. She was a young gal, and this was an unexpected tragedy, and her she didn't have life insurance or anything like that, so they're raising money to help pay for those costs. And already it's only been a day. It's already up to 9,000 last I checked. But it's at the top of my Facebook page if anybody wants to contribute. And like I said, I just want to send out prayers and good vibes to her close friends and family. And I knew her a little bit. I didn't know her, but I knew her well enough that she was a beautiful, bright young girl, and it was just taken from too quick. And I just wanted to, say, thinking about her and her family and her friends. And if anybody wants to go contribute to the GoFundMe page, you can find it on the top of my Facebook, and that is Justin Hodacek, HOTUJEC. So just wanted to say that real quick. And thoughts and prayers are with her friends and family. So that's all.
All right, for sure. All right, Justin, stand up guy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Okay. So now we're going to transition into the next subject. This is Erica Hayoka's subject. Hold on, I got it. No, I didn't hit it today because I was late.
Gotta hit it.
How do you pronounce it? Because I don't want to say it
Marriage,
wrong.
of course.
Hey, Oka.
I don't want to say it wrong. Say it
Like, hey, Oka. Hey, Oka.
like, hey, Oka.
Hey, Oka.
Okay.
Hey, Oka.
But the subject matter
Whatever
is
floats your boat.
she's going to give us the basis on is the Madonna Whore Complex. Okay, Erica, you give us what it's about.
The
I don't
Madonna
mind
Whore
if I just here
Complex.
for 1 minute.
Huh?
1 minute. Go ahead. Yeah, 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You going to what you know? Refill?
Yeah.
Actually, I got it. Never
Dope man outside.
Yeah, we
We
got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We go ahead.
Hurry back.
We're gonna.
I'll be right back.
We will now be entertained by the singing abilities of Chris Styles. He will be singing "I'll Always Love You" by Whitney Houston and Bodyguard and Dolly Parton. Go ahead. All right. That's enough of that. Chris, can you
beautiful. It was
say
beautiful. Thank you.
we're good if you can juggle, man. Juggling, maybe a freestyle, maybe a poem or something. I think we need to go towards those talents instead. We can't go singing right now. They're not ready for us right now.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, y'all.
All right.
Wait, what?
Oh,
he's going. It's on break. It's break time.
He's going to drop some shit, but not literally, or maybe he is. I thought he was about to drop some lyrical shit, but it looks like he's going to drop some metaphorical shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Erica, what's your
For
talent?
them to come back?
I guess so.
What?
Oh, God. God.
That's
Okay,
on them if
let's
we
let's
missed
come
it.
back because this is a good subject, and I do want.
Yeah. Okay, he's back.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, so Sigmund Freud coined this phrase back in the day. So you know who Freud is.
Yeah.
So the Madonna Whore Complex is when men have this struggle with inside themselves, seeing women as either saints or sinners. So pretty much either being, saints or whores.
Gotcha.
Loving the first because gotta have a lady in the street, but because they only see her as a saint and kind of Freud was like, okay, maybe just sees her like their mother. So she's like a good girl and she's the one that you want on your arm because she presents you well. However, you don't really want her outside of that because you really desire the second. You want that freaking cheat sheet. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how to combine them both. So whenever you have like a good girl, there's something in you that automatically doesn't want her because she reminds you of your mother or a family member. And so you don't have
Okay.
any sexual connection to her. So Freud says, where such men love, they have no desire, and where they desire, they cannot love. So you can want to bang someone, but never ever love her because you don't know how to combine the essence of a woman's sexuality with her morality.
Got it.
And so a lot of men, and I have dealt with this mainly because of the size of my chest, honestly, because
Them titties.
guys see me and they automatically have a sexual connotation. And just being real, not being funny, a sexual connotation with breast. You know what I'm saying? So they see me as that. So they don't, and then they're like, okay, well, you're a good girl too. It's in essence why I insisted on being a virgin because I was attracted. I mean, not attracted. It's like men from when I was 12, 13, grown ass men would approach me, for sex, for physical attraction all the time. And so it was like, I didn't want to be a whore, I didn't want to be known as a hoe. So I was just like, went like so totally good girl. But nobody really wants the good girl all the time until they're ready to get married. And then, we can have a good girl. But once you get that good girl, well, you still want to bang the bad chick, and therein lies a lot of relationship issues. So it's like a woman's sexuality is never embraced as marriage material. That's why you got the phrase, you can't make a hoe into a housewife, things like that. So it's pretty much known that that's still something that men kind of deal with and that it impacts relationships. So it's like you get a bad chick, but when she starts to behave, then you don't want her anymore. I dealt with that in my second marriage because, you know what I'm saying? I was at the height of, I went through this stage after my first divorce where I was like, if a man can do it, I can do it better. So I did a whole bunch of things that probably I shouldn't have done, but I was really bold, with it. If I wanted a man, like that was the man I was gonna get. Like when me and my girls would walk in someone, I'd be like, that one is mine. I don't care what y'all do, but don't go over there because that's for me. And that is what I was gonna get. But we got together, and then like of course, had the baby, and after a few years, he's like, what happened to that bad chick? And I'm like, the bad chick is still here. I just have to deal with your bullshit, and I
Your
can't be a
insecurities and
bad
shit.
bitch
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah,
cleaning up, what you got going all the time,
You
So there was
wanted
that
him.
little bit of a war.
yeah.
I said, look, I said, it's funny that you mentioned that because we meet people on a certain level and they don't know everything about you in that specific place at a specific time. But when you get with that person and you spend time with that person, you start to see some shit like, damn, it was this chemistry, it was physical. Like you fit my mold of who I was looking for at the time, or just whatever the hell that was. But you were not you're not a quality person for me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that's why growing up, I had to take my time with doing certain things because I found out a lot. Like, you see somebody think you attractive and they're attractive, and it's the chemistry is going. It's not the next thing you know. And then you're like, yo, I don't like that. I don't like that motherfucker. Like, yeah, for real. Like, I can't stand. Like, oh my god. Like, what did I see in that person? You know what I mean? Has it happened to it? Has it
But
happened
this
to
is
y'all?
more about sexuality.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot to say about that. I'm gonna let you finish though.
Bring it.
No,
Bring
I'm waiting for you, boo.
Okay.
I explained what it is, so
We got you.
what are your thoughts?
Alexa, go ahead.
damn. Let me put it in a nutshell, because when I tell you, this is literally my life damn story. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of run it down real quick. Grew up in the church, straight up, either Kojic or full Christian Baptist church, like everything. Couldn't go out nowhere without my brothers. Couldn't do nothing without my brothers. Always supervised.
There's a will, there's a way.
Always supervised, always everything. Like, could never do nothing. Okay. I guess my mom had the best for me and my sister. She wanted us to do something different than her. She was a teen mom. She wanted us to stay virgins until we were married, which my younger sister did. And as a matter of fact, we used to go through the same, because you know they have actual groups for that. Like, there's like, I don't know if they have them around here, but I know in Washington State, there's like chastity groups. Okay. If you don't know what chastity is, that's your virginity.
Wow.
Yeah, I got you.
So
I got you.
we had chastity groups that we went to, and they had different names. I remember hers called Princess Code. I still have pictures with her when she graduated from Princess Code. She stayed married. I mean, she's married right now.
Good. All right.
And she waited till she was married.
Okay.
And I got 2 beautiful nieces, and that's nice. The only
Fuck
problem
yeah.
with this is you got to realize that everything in what you think. I had already been violated. As a
Like, what do you mean?
young child.
Like abused?
I had no virginity.
Okay.
So I'm going through all these courses. As a matter of fact, I actually ended up on the news one time, which embarrassed the hell out of me. Because I came to school and didn't even know I was on the news. And of course, I go to this damn class, and like the 2 coolest boys, like, first of all, why you even have a fucking newspaper, dude? Ain't you supposed to be cool? So anyway, the 2 coolest boys in the school could not wait for me to come. Oh, look at Lexus on the paper. Oh, man. Because my mom used to do all these little programs. You know, she did all these programs around the neighborhood in Washington. And one was for chastity beads. So we went to a glass blowing place, and we to make a long story short, we wrote all stuff down, you know, our dreams, visions. They burned them in the ashes. We rolled them into beads, like hot glass beads. Glass blowing. We rolled them into beads, and then we put him on a chastity belt.
And then use it for anal, since you're going to be not having sex.
Basically, your husband is supposed to cut it off.
Wow.
That's the point of a chastity belt, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Only your husband cuts it off. And so anyways,
that shows property and ownership. I don't know if I agree with that.
It's because my mom was a workshop person, you know? Like, why did you invite? Like, I mean, my hair was disgusting. Like, I was so mad. I didn't even want to go that day. I was made to go. It was the worst picture you could have ever took. It was the worst picture you could have ever took of me. And it was on the front page. And then now we got the 2 damn dudes in the school with that fucking paper right there at school. So that was
they were assholes, though.
It was a bad day. And of course, the first thing they said was, "Oh, Lex is a virgin. She's still a virgin." And you know, this is when I'm like 16, right? So I'm like, okay.
Y'all don't even know.
I almost dropped out of school like 6 months after that.
Wow.
I literally dropped out of school 6 months after that.
But you made a comment in one of the last episodes too, that it stuck in my head. And you mentioned something about when you were younger, somebody touching you, did this and did that. I don't know if it was an uncle, but I remember something like of that nature. You might not remember it, but I do. So that kind of stuck out to me. Like,
Oh no, I remember
shit.
it.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh shit. You know, so
How do
I
you
really
think
did.
that impacted?
Well, of
How
course,
you-
they impacted everything. Because I mean, just imagine
Yeah.
growing up, you're going through these courses: chastity code, princess code, women of worth, this, that, all these little, things, and you actually graduate. You actually graduate and you fucking get certificates and shit.
Mhm.
Do you know that God, and I don't care if y'all believe in supernatural stuff or not, I really don't give a damn if you believe me or not, but I'm telling you right now, it took a long time, but God brought it actually back to my memory what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
In a vision.
Yeah.
Thank God he kept it from me, because I probably would be a damn crackhead right now.
Okay.
But thank God he kept it from me for all them years.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was time.
So did you see the Madonna Whore Complex and how men treated you?
Well, no, I saw a grown man violating a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It was revealed to me actually what happened to me.
Mm.
You have something called a hymen. The first time you have a sex, your hymen is supposed to break. I never had a break. So I knew something was weird.
Got you.
And I knew for a fact that I didn't do nothing, So it just became more and more apparent that, damn, something happened. Because this ain't right,
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, I didn't really on my own do whatever till 16. I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't grown. I was 16, but I was already moved out the house. I left home. It was a bad situation. I left home, but I got a roommate. I got a job. I held my own shit. No, I didn't. It wasn't perfect, but I'm saying I didn't move. I didn't run away and come back in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I left and stood on my damn own 2 feet. Period. Okay, that's what I did. But it took time for that to come back to me, because I thought to myself, like, damn, I hear about all this, I hear about all that, I hear about this, and I don't see one damn drop of blood. Not one fucking drop.
Wow.
God had to show that to me. And he showed it to
Right.
me in a vision. And when I tell you that vision was so clear, it was so clear that it woke me up clean out of my sleep. I swear to God, I sat right up like at 3 a.m. because I knew it was my time to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally like 2 years ago. This whole time, I done had a whole child, okay? My son is actually going to be 14 this month. I done had a whole child. I done been married and divorced. I'm a serial long-term relationshiper. And that's not a bragging point, but I'm just saying I'm a serial long-termer. Because like I told you, I'm a tourist. So I'll be fucking sticking with people I don't even need to stick with. So all my relationships are like 3 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that this could have happened. So God had to show me. And when I saw it, it was so clear. And it's like, I actually got the memory back. I can't explain it. I got the memory back. Like, it was kept from me. But I did a lot of research, and that happened to a lot of other people too. I did a lot of research. That happens to people. When it's so traumatic, because you're so young, your mind will block it out. Your mind will block it out. And so, long story short, there's actually somebody in my family, a couple of people who got jailed for that.
Mm.
And I'm talking about the same age, like taught as a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, long story short, I never had no fucking virginity. I never did. Okay? I never had it. So when I was younger and somewhat, what you can say, this or that or whatever, I think my subconscious knew all these little princess codes and this group and that group and pageants. Let's celebrate chastity, and then being on the damn news when I didn't even want to be on the fucking news. Like all this shit happened to me like around the same time, and that just really made me leave Washington State. So long story short, I don't advocate like people trying to be a virgin so hard because of what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm so glad that my sister did, because honestly, it works for some people. It does, but it don't work for everybody. It don't work for everybody, and I mean that just is what it is. And when I tell you that I am my sister's fiercest supporter, I am her fiercest supporter. I was there with all her stuff. All I'm saying is this: I never had no damn virginity, never. And so that's what happened to me. So when it comes to being like sexual and stuff like that, I'm gonna keep it in a nutshell. I had a diary, right?
Lex, come on, show
I
it
had
up.
a diary. What's worse? What's worse than seeing a list? My brother found my diary and obviously read it. Okay, one of my older brothers. What's worse than finding the list? Seeing some of that shit checked off. That's what's worse.
Mm-hmm.
I had a damn checkoff list. I'm talking about like from peck on the cheek, French kiss. I'm talking about like when I tell you it was detailed, make out, suck the neck, 10-second titty suck, 30-second titty suck.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a list. That's a crazy list. Okay, well, tell me, have you seen men, in your relationships or in your interaction, have you seen men display that sort of complex where,
I've always been sexual, and
if
now
you're too
I know,
freaky,
and now I know why. Now I know why.
Okay, we gotta go. Let's go. We gotta go on to someone else, and we gotta give Justin. We'll give you a chance. Talk about
what were we talking about again?
the Madonna Whore Complex.
the Madonna Whore Complex.
I didn't want to go to the seconds.
You lost me in a nutshell. So
Never, man.
I see what you're saying. I've had the issue with the Madonna complex, but it's I want to have the both sides, of lady in the streets and the hood rat in the sheets girl or whatever. But it always was, if you tell me too much about your past or whatever, and let on, so don't tell, then I'll start to judge you, even though I'm in no position to judge at all.
Absolutely.
Don't tell me that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you judge if you
Because
know
I don't know how I was raised. I don't know. I
Say it.
But when you say
real quick, you know how many people love Jesus?
Let him finish.
Yeah.
We love Jesus, but guess what?
No, let him finish. Don't interject.
I can't help it. Like as soon as if you say something, even if you don't mean it that way, and if I took it there, all I imagine is like 40 dicks. Like I was like, oh, so you was just having 40 dicks at all times, or whatever. Like that's like I can't. I'm just like, damn, you fucking. And then I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be with this hoe. I'm gonna be walking around, and when people like, look at that guy, he was with that chick had like 40. It's like unrealistic things, and I'm aware of this. But I still, having said that, I judge. And I've probably done way worse. I'm getting better, though. But still, I don't be telling you all my shit. Don't tell me that.
Okay, so
you need to hear it.
Do you believe this is...
That's a thing for a lot of guys. Yes.
You need to hear it.
A lot of guys, yeah. I had the problem because there's another, like I had to get past because like we wanted to have like rough, dirty, like stuff, and I felt bad for like being like how I would in the bedroom to her because I felt bad about doing like how I would, you know what I mean? Not saying I always, am like that, but when you have like rough intercourse, whatever it is going to be, you know what I mean?
We got you.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. All right. Cool. I felt bad about doing it,
Because he felt that she was a lady and she was too nice to being
Yeah, I felt like I was
nasty.
degrading her. I didn't want to
I
disrespect.
mean, did you take it? If you didn't take it, then you shouldn't feel bad.
No, I took it.
What?
Oh,
I took that shit.
All
well,
right.
never mind.
Yeah,
Whatever you're talking about, I took it.
We're getting into this.
I takes that shit.
All I'm saying is there ain't no Jesus without Rahab.
Take that.
Yeah, well, I got past it. You know what I'm saying? Because like we talked about it. It helped to talk about it and not be and not address it or whatever.
Mm.
But I was able to be able to choke her and spit in her mouth again or no, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously.
Damn it.
I was able to get over that thing about being disrespectful or whatever. And I was like, dude, I know, like we've talked about like certain things we like to do. I just feel bad. Like I don't want to do that to you. I feel like I'm being
Madonna Whore Complex.
Then don't do it. Period.
But I like doing that
Like,
shit.
I mean,
Just
so it's
know
like
that there's no
We worked it out. We're good.
Like
Like, it worked out, and it was all good.
there's no Jesus without Rahab.
But I was still. It was.
So you got to look at that. Rahab was a whore. That is actually Jesus's great grandma. Do you understand that there would not be no Jesus without Rahab?
I don't want to bring Jesus into
Okay,
my sex life.
all I'm saying is that everything is connected. Everything is connected.
No.
Everything is connected. So don't look at one thing as
Jesus is not connected to my sex life.
Or this is darkness. It's not darkness. It's the absence of light.
And one of the things I'm gonna share with y'all is that a lot of men are raised in that capacity, but in reality, even just saying that's why I don't like religion. I don't like. I take some aspects of it, and that's good for me, and move forward with it. But that's what makes people confused and conflicted and twisted, because now let's go. Like I've been raised in a Baptist church situation, types or evangelic, whatever that. It's a couple of them. But my thing is this. We're taught to look at people and judge, but that's the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do because the same thing that we want from this woman, right? If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be able to have these experiences. So it's nobody's worse in this whole situation. The point is, you can't judge a woman for something that you wanted, or you asked for, or you got. Like, you meet somebody you have a one night stand with somebody, right? And then they go, yo, she a hoe, she blah 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 blah. Then what are you?
A hoe?
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
When that happened, when that realization came to me as a teenager, like I don't care who it was, my friend, my father, my uncle, whoever, we had conversations about this. I said, because without her, we be all our dreams, goals, and aspirations and things like that are not coming true. So why would you degrade for somebody with something that you wanted to do? That's your deep down, dark, hurt secret, whatever that is. That's your fetish. But I'm not going to put that on her and you make her feel bad for something that you did or she did with somebody else. Like, we all in this boat together, for real. So I just don't do it. I don't get into it. I don't touch it like that. I don't judge nobody. I just hope that everybody is good and healed with that. I don't play that at all.
You can't judge nobody because guess what? As soon as you judge somebody, you're going to be met with that same situation.
Yep.
You're going to be met with that same situation. As soon as you judge somebody, I swear to God, because I'm talking about from experience. As soon as you judge somebody, you are going to be met with that same situation. I was married to a dead man that had a baby on the way after I judged all these girls. After I judged all these girls. Oh, you stupid. You about to be a baby mama. You ain't engaged. You ain't no wife. I'm talking down, looking down on them like you ain't even married. You ain't even engaged, the whole time. This dude had a baby on the way. So, you can't judge nobody because this is what life is. Earth is a school. We got to understand that. Earth is a school. And once you wake up from this dream, because this is what it really is, it's a dream. You leave this body, you're going to wake up back to your real reality.
Okay.
And this is just a dream. So as soon as you do that, you're going to see like, damn, I judge this person. I judge that person. I judge my mom. I judge my dad. I judge my friend.
Mm-hmm.
This is why
it's funny because Erica, I've had women who were good girls was like, you was on the basketball team with this and that, like how many girls you sleep with, or asking certain questions, and they judged me because they were good people. They didn't sleep around like that, but they was like, I want you to get it though. But they were asking me questions about how many girls or teenagers I slept with, or this, not the third. And even when I got grown, I'm like, why would you be asking me that question?
Right.
Like, I would never ask you that question.
Are you burning or not?
I don't want to know.
That's the question.
There it is.
Are you burning?
You got something I need to know.
If you burning,
other than that,
I don't want to fuck with you, and that's it.
Let's go. I said that's a balance.
Like that, like it don't matter if it's
you smart
or one.
You intelligent. You are you for me? I'm for you. But other than that, I was like, I said if I really told you the body count,
just think about the most powerful men in the world, the presidents, cheat on their damn wives. I mean, literally.
Sure.
I mean, so do you think even asking a body count is kind of immature?
I think it's immature because
when you're young, you're immature.
Yeah, I think it's immature because basically what you're saying is I have a cutoff point in my mind. But my thing is this: $100 bill is $100 bill. I don't give a damn if you stump that shit in the mud, put it in cement, you do this. That don't matter. It don't matter. I mean, think about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z was burning he was in interviews talking about how much he was burning with his homeboys, sleeping with nasty chicks and shit. But guess what? He cleaned his shit up, and now he's making billions with his wife. Women gotta realize that.
All right, let's get it.
Women gotta realize that.
Let me speak on this a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Madonna Whore Complex. Yeah, I'm sure it exists in some guys. My biggest thing is, what's the issue with it? If we're going to go to the extreme with it, the Madonna Whore Complex, who wants to have a whore for somebody they want to be with? Who doesn't want to be with Madonna? But that is not the majority of men. I don't think they have a Madonna Whore Complex. I've seen it explained, what I've read about is, yes, is somebody that is promiscuous,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, they want them while they're in a marriage with a wife that is not as promiscuous, if you want to call it that, or not as sexually active. So they would marry the chick that has less of a body count, if we want to call it that, and at some point during the marriage, I guess, wants to go and be with the person who is promiscuous, is getting a bunch of men and stuff. My problem with this is, what's wrong with that? Why would I want to marry someone who is sexually irresponsible? And that's going on both ends. Let's just say it comes from the women's end. You heard the basketball player, I'm sure, that's married to Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thomas, oh my gosh.
Right. He would probably be labeled a whore to most women. And he had at least, I think, 4 or 5 baby mamas. He slept around. Who would want to have marriage with him when you can't trust him and he's spreading his seed everywhere? The same way I would not want someone who's sexually promiscuous or irresponsible going around being with different guys. I want somebody who's going to be at home and just be for me. I don't want what you would call a whore. But the thing is, I think that is going to the extreme. They almost explained it from what I've read. This is like a woman that's just not really into sex like that. That's how I've seen most of the explanation. And the guy's like, okay, I'm cool with it. She represents me. She represents my brand. She's just not as sexually active as the woman out there, the whore, if they want to call it that. But I'll marry her and take her home. There's not a guy in here. I think today, at least in today's world, that cares if she's a virgin or not. No,
Right.
I don't think nobody's really checking for a virgin. A high sex count? Sure. A woman go sleep with 100 guys? No, I wouldn't be proud of that.
What's a high number to you?
But so why would we be proud?
Hey,
Okay.
Answer the question.
What's a high number?
A high number? I don't know, 40, 50? It depends on her age too, I guess too. If she's like 20 years old,
Okay,
30 years
so
old,
I'm
Then
42.
say
What
that
would be
on-
too high for
then
me?
say that.
Of course I would
Then
want
say that
200.
on your second date.
What?
Period. Say
Say
that on
what?
your second date.
Say that on my second date?
That's what you do. You
Mhm.
said what, 40? Say it on your
40,
second date.
40, whatever. I guess it depends on the age too. She's been in the game for a minute.
Everybody is different.
Okay, so I'm
Well,
42
you're right.
years
Everybody
old.
is different. But
Mhm.
and to say
42.
that we don't
What would
judge.
be too much for me?
What's that?
What would be too? I'm 42.
Mm-hmm.
What would be too high for a 42-year-old woman?
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie.
know. I can't even
That
say.
depends on the guy.
I'm a serial dater. So that's my problem. I gotta actually just date.
Okay, I'm talking about having
So
sex.
I don't have a high count, but guess what? I wouldn't mind if I did.
Oh, that's you. But you're not even offering marriage.
I wouldn't.
If you're going out there having
condemn
sex
myself.
with a high sex
No.
count, that brings
I wouldn't condemn myself.
that brings pregnancy. That brings all that for being sexually irresponsible. And I'm talking about from both ends.
No,
You can
sexually
think that way.
irresponsible is how
No,
many kids are you bringing into this fucking
no, that's not the only way.
How many kids do I have to pay for?
Nah, that's not the only way. No, that's not the only way.
How many kids do I have to pay for? Because
That
I
don't
can tell you
matter.
right now.
No. I don't want somebody who has been with
only got
everybody on the block.
I got one.
But that's your
I got
choice.
one.
Whoa, I haven't
I got
finished
one.
it. I'll let y'all talk.
I got one.
Alexa, you've talked. Let me have my conversation here. Sexually irresponsible is, I don't want somebody that's been around the block. Sure, you're going to have a body count. But if you're sexually irresponsible and sleeping with everybody without having, I don't know, some sort of connection to it, same thing with the guys.
Right.
That's the problem.
Okay.
That's a problem for the woman, and that's a problem for the guy.
So you make them take a
That's not
sexual.
your problem.
You make them take a test.
I'm not making nobody take a test. I'm just not going to be with somebody that's going to sleep with a whole bunch of people. That's a whore.
You don't know what they were going
Nobody
through.
wants to be with a whore. I'm not talking about somebody who's just sleeping with a few people. I'm talking about what this says, a whore. That's the extreme. Nobody wants to be with the extreme. And then again, nobody really cares in today's world, unless you're talking about in other countries, about
I don't know.
a
I've
virgin.
seen different.
There's nobody caring about somebody being with a
So-
virgin.
Mary
Some men
Magdalene
do.
was a whore.
No, we
Mary
don't.
Magdalene was
You
a
gonna
whore.
tell a
Guess
guy?
what?
No, we don't.
She was Jesus'
At 30
right
years
hand.
old, nobody at 30 years old is looking for somebody who's a virgin because that's more than likely than not to happen. That's more than likely than not to happen.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, lame, get away from me. I got to train you too. And you
No.
It's like Allen Iverson.
not just sexually, but with a
I'm
thing. I was like, how naive are you?
I've never ever in my life had to sleep with a lot of women or men. But
Okay.
I'll tell you this. Every man I've been with, even if it was like a one night fling, wanted to motherfucking wife me. But guess what? But guess
That's
what?
called irresponsible.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
That's irresponsible. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Let me finish. I've only been married once.
That's worse.
Wait, you said you were multiple last
I've
week?
been proposed to many times.
Oh, that's what it was.
And
My
that's
bad.
I've
irresponsible.
been proposed to many times, but guess what? I know you can't really actually handle me because what you want is a pet.
You should only handle animals, not humans.
You want a pet.
Or
You want a pet that's going to cook, clean,
food.
and fuck.
Yeah.
And that's not me.
You're right. You should never start for praise. You
I'm
can't.
not a pet. I'm not gonna just cook, clean, and fuck. I'm not a pet. I have my own ideas. I have my own things that I want to do.
Yeah,
That's
they just
never
wanted
gonna
you to
work.
keep that to yourself.
And I'm keeping it really, really, really real, like really real. I have actually dumped millionaires in my life. You know why? Because they want me to just be right under them.
Shit, I wish a millionaire would come. I would be like, I'll make it work.
We get you.
No,
I'll
you
act
wouldn't.
like it.
No,
I'll
you
act
wouldn't.
like
Because
it.
trust me. No.
It ain't the same. It's not the
No,
same, bro.
let me tell you something.
I'll
You
try
said
it
now-
once.
But that shit will get old.
It gets
I
old
promise
because
you, it will get old.
they're controlling, manipulative.
Exactly.
I've had females who made a lot of paper.
I know.
Y'all getting off subject.
what
Get back on the subject about the Madonna Whore Complex. We're talking about extra stuff right now.
Look, you have to have balance.
If you was working with me on the cruise ship,
let's talk about balance.
with me on the cruise ship,
That is the thing. That is balance. Now, I wouldn't want a wife that's a prude. I want someone who has sexual experience. And I'm not going to think she's a whore because of that. That's why I said that's the extreme. I don't think most men want to have, especially in your 30s, in your 40s, are seeking someone I have to teach at that age. I want you to have some experience, but a virgin, I think that's rare to even expect, at least in America.
Why would you use the word teach?
What do you mean teach? That's what you would have to do.
So you think that you have to teach your spouse?
If she never had sex before, yes,
you both got to learn about each other no matter what sexually and see what the other person, like you have to learn a little bit. And
you have to learn a little bit.
Because not everybody wants to be choked and have spit.
Yeah. I'm not saying, let me make sure. I don't,
some people do.
That's not what I'm always going to go to, okay, every single time. That's not what I'm like looking for every single time, okay?
This ain't no X-rated conversation. So
I'm just saying, I'll just bust it out right away.
I'm gonna shut up.
Unless like you're just the one, I already know what it's for. Anyways, but
yeah.
Jesus, Alexa, you get us off track a lot with your fucking rambling. Now you're combing your hair.
I do believe that does exist. I just don't think that's the majority, though. The Madonna Whore Complex. I don't think majority of men, at least over here, I'm talking about America. I'm not talking about other countries or people that come over from other countries that, have arranged marriages and shit. I don't think we care about if she's a virgin. We're going to the extreme. I want her to have some skills. Right. I want her to have some experience.
Yeah.
So, but what if she's like a hardcore freak elite? Would you be intimidated?
Yes, I would be intimidated.
I would have at her age. I would have been intimidated.
If she brought out
but
some
what if
rope
she was
and
born
been like, do you know what to do with this?
But Erica, this is
teach me.
Like, if I find a woman who is a freak elite or sex expert, that I'm automatically gonna be turned off, and I don't want to have sex with her again if she's my wife. That's not what I'm looking for. That's never what I've been looking for. I'm looking for exactly that. I hope that's what every guy is.
Like,
these guys don't know if they're going or coming.
No, I just told you.
They really don't.
I don't know what you're thinking. I'm talking about
the audience has to say. So comment, y'all. Comment. Everybody that's watching, comment. Oh, to you from me said exactly, Justin. You have to learn from each other.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Communication and
being
able to understand,
just be single,
and get into what the other person is.
Thank you. Yes, you do have to learn from each other.
You do. For sure. And that's why I was like, a great attribute for a man would be, and for a woman, is to find out what the other person likes. Like I might come in with a certain pedigree. She likes that, but she's saying, okay, look, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and you'll go from you might get an A plus. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about really having that balance, and us not. It ain't nobody, no soldiers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody instructing you on that type of shit. But as she's telling you how she like it, you better learn how she like it. For sure.
But you know what? These niggas don't want to learn. These niggas do not want to learn.
Oh, they get insulted and their egos get bruised. Yeah.
Where do you think the phrase "I want a woman in the streets and a freak in the sheets" come from? That's because we want both.
They don't want to learn. They want to go to
work. It took me a while, man. Like, that shit was an issue for my marriage in the beginning, but I didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't and porn shit has fucked a lot of people up in a lot of ways and stuff, but I didn't watch any of that when I was like, I didn't have the access to, you know what I'm saying? My dad had to work and shit. He didn't have a bunch of tapes all around like my fucking my friends' losers' parents did. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that you learn anything. You don't learn anything from watching adult films. I'm just saying I ain't no shit. And there's a period where she wasn't really satisfied. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't tell me. But
Okay.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you, because this is what. Guess
Well,
what?
we were too young.
Guess what? We can watch that shit together.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We can
But
watch
see, they
that
communicate. This was even before that. This was I love young.
I'm not gonna watch porn with anybody. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you know what?
I don't.
I haven't. I don't think I have either.
Girl,
I've
this is why me and you are
talked about it,
different.
but I haven't. That's for me. You know what I'm saying?
Erica, even your own film?
I show them.
That's the
I got
only
my
porn
favorite
I'm watching.
people
Is the
already.
ones I make
Look.
myself.
Hey,
I
Ray.
got my
will make
favorite
a
people
video
on my
all
save
day,
list.
every day.
Hey, Ray.
You know,
Make a video.
Yeah, my
She got
the
talking
film
about- she-
quality was
she got
great.
talking
Yeah,
about
I'm not gonna
replay.
watch porn.
I got
But
my
I can
favorite
make my
people on
own.
my save list. Right when I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth and I hit my save list. Because guess what? I'm going to be satisfied.
But
no
you know,
matter what.
I was like,
Okay.
Erica,
No
that's
matter
good
what.
shit because you can say, look, when you do this, you do that, and watch your own playback. Like, yo, when you do that, like, come this way, like, yeah.
I'm not about to be deprived. Period. I'm not about to be deprived.
I don't need to watch somebody. If I'm
Yeah.
watching somebody, I am a voyeur, so I have enjoyed watching people. But that's for me. It's like I'd rather be on the 50-yard line than watch the Super Bowl on the TV.
I
You
would
know what I'm
rather
saying?
be too.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I am creative. I don't need anybody to teach me nothing because guess what? Touch me and we will figure it out.
I want to learn.
That's the fun. That's the
I don't need nobody to touch me, but I'm just saying this.
Techniques or
If
whatever.
I want to do it and I need what I need, Alexa Page comes first, number one all the time.
Yeah.
Okay? Alexa Page is above everybody.
Wait, so
So if
you're
I wake
saying
up
you
in the
need
morning,
porn to
and I wake up in the
masturbate?
morning and I feel some type of way, I have to take care of that. I am going to make sure.
But you need porn for that?
I'm gonna make
No.
sure I
Porn
take
for
care of
that?
that.
My point I was trying to make was
But do you need porn?
No,
You
well, it's
need
not
porn
about a
to do
need.
that.
It's about availability. I don't need shrimp. I don't need steak.
Well,
I
that's
don't
a
need
good
lobster.
subject
I
and
don't
a
need
great way to put it.
vacations. I don't need beaches. I don't need any of that thing. But guess what? I deserve it. And I'm gonna keep it like that.
Okay.
I deserve it.
Justin, what you say?
I deserve it.
um.
Go ahead, Justin.
I deserve it.
I had something like, damn it, Alexa, you told me off. No, what I was saying was I didn't want to get off the track.
I deserve to come just like I deserve a
Okay, you do.
lobster meal.
100%. Exactly. But my point was, we were younger. She didn't know how to communicate that. I probably wasn't emotional enough to be able to handle the fact that I was not satisfying her without getting defend all this, that, and the other, or whatever. It took her outside. Her friend, like, telling her, "Hey, if you don't tell him, how the fuck he's supposed to know? Y'all been together since you were 13. How the fuck he's supposed to know?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm just all like, "Yeah, I'm listening though." You know what I'm saying?
Well, you do have to communicate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so what
say
I'm
it out loud.
100.
Just say it out loud. Just say,
But that's
"Listen,
hard for
I'm
young
going to
people.
do this."
Young people egos.
It's hard for old people too.
All people, yes,
for
100%.
us too.
100%. So what I'm
That's the
saying,
truth.
the point was, I would have been insecure about that at a younger age. Now I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Let them get mad.
I know who.
Let them get mad. Say exactly
I
what
know
you
who
want.
this is right here. So
Exactly what you want. You say exactly what you want and let
Yeah.
them get mad if they want to get mad. You want to get mad, you then get mad.
you might not always get a 5-star review with me. I get at least
If I tell you-
5-star review at least one time from each person, at least.
No, you tell them what you want, and that's it. If
Yeah,
they get
yeah.
mad, let them get mad.
Yeah.
If
So,
you say I want you
exactly.
to squeeze, if you say I want you to squeeze my left ball and
Whatever,
and lick my right ear, then you tell them that.
Yeah. Well,
You
yes.
gotta tell them
Yes.
specific.
Or you can gently
Be
guide the
specific.
person into those kind of areas or whatever.
And if they
You just
don't
don't
like
be
it,
hey,
fuck them.
straight eat my ass right now. Eat my ass. You know what?
All right.
Like
Do
you
what
can.
you wanna do.
We are going into dangerous territory.
Yeah.
I mean, it's extreme.
It's not.
I'm just saying.
Give them the details. Give them the details. And if they
No,
if they
we
get
are
hands,
not going
then let
into
them walk
details.
away.
You don't have to be all bossy. Be like,
Let them
take
walk
my.
away. Let them walk
We
away.
are about to move on from this.
You can be like, take my titty and like go fucking counterclockwise and then to the. You know what I'm saying?
Tell
You
them.
can guide a person. You can guide them like.
Specific. You gotta be
We do it too much. Let's move.
My point is
specific.
learning and caring
You
about
gotta be
that person.
We moving on. We are
You
moving
gotta be
on.
specific.
We going into dangerous territory.
You only got one life.
We are going
You
on
only
to the
got one
next
life.
subject.
Be specific. Be specific.
We are going to the next subject now.
You seem like a lot of work, Alexa.
We're getting crazy here. Okay.
Let me
Somehow I feel like some of the stuff we just talked about is about to come up with the next subject. So the main topic we got for today: should you be sorry? Should you be judged on what you wear? Should you be judged on how you dress? That comes from in public. That comes for what you're in a relationship, or you're talking about you're dating, or someone you're trying to hook up with. Should you be judged on how you dress? And I'm going to start off with Alexa first. Let her get her.
Jesus.
Let her get her nut off first. And, we're gonna move to the rest of the.
Lord Jesus. I'm gonna say hell to the motherfucking no. You know why? Because okay. I'm just gonna give you my real quick background. When I grew up, back in the day, my mom and my dad made a lot of money. Like, I didn't know it was a lot of money. Now I know it was, but back then I didn't. So back then it was a lot of fucking money. Anyway, long story short, they donated a lot. So we went to every freaking fundraiser, every big event, every gala, every, childhood fundraiser, sports camp, all these damn fundraisers. And I'm just going there in a dress looking stupid because I really actually don't want to be there. I probably fought and cried before I even had to go there.
Was you little? Did you have titties? Like, how old were you?
Ever since I was little.
Dude, that has nothing, like, your titties wasn't out. Like, how you judge my
like 9 to 15. 9 to 15. So,
well, let's skip though. Let's talk about like 16, 17 and up.
No. I'm just gonna give a little pretense about what I think about that whole that whole arena. I hate it. I actually hate it. I hate it. I never wanted to go. I never wanted to stay. I was drugged there because they included me as a young child, even though I had 2 older brothers. I could have stayed home, but no, I had to go with them. So I went to countless events. Now, you know what? God is good. Honestly, I did meet people who to this day still benefit. Like, I still meet people to this day who remembers me from that. So that's good. But all I'm saying is I did not want to go. I didn't want to go. I was homeschooled part-time, and then I had to go to regular school to do sports. I was on the chess team. I was on the academic team. I was on the debate team. So, I went to school for that shit. But I did most of my classes at home. I had a maid. We had workers that worked on our properties.
Alexa, look.
So, anyways, long story short, I just didn't like to go to those things because I didn't want to, like.
Okay, but were you judged for what you wore?
So this is what happened. This is what happened to me. I got so used to that I couldn't relate to regular people. She wanted me to cut off from my friends. Okay. I could not cut off from my friends. Oh. And I got to the point where I was just like wild.
And how did we dress?
I was wild. Okay, I'm just trying to give you a little background story. Don't think I was just being fast for no reason. Okay.
What?
I wasn't being fast for no reason.
My head hurts.
So I had a reason. So, I took my money that I made from the family business and I brought my own clothes.
Okay.
I did not know she had a counselor that was already working at my high school. So I came to the school, I went to the bathroom, and I changed my clothes every day.
Wow.
Every single day.
So you wouldn't be judged?
No, because I wanted to wear. That's the shit I wanted to wear. My mom wanted me to wear like fucking muumuus and big ass.
We're talking about like the outside, like you, a men judging you, like basically like you dressing like provocative at the workplace.
No, I didn't want to be judged like I didn't know
This
what.
regular,
I
everyday shit.
Yeah,
I didn't
not
want to be judged like I didn't know about fashion.
what.
And so I knew about fashion. So I was like, damn, I know about fashion.
Okay.
So I took my allowance every single week.
Alexa,
I
we're
took my
talking
allowance
about
every week.
at
And
like
so that's what happened.
jobs.
So
We're
I
talking about like a
judged.
job, dating, going, dating someone, trying to catch someone's eye, regular clothes as an adult, going to the job site. Do you remember the picture we got posted up on the marquee, whatever I'm gonna call it marquee,
That's
but
Sydney Carter. That's the whole
on the
story.
poster.
The
Right.
premise is that Sydney Carter, who is
Yes.
a women's basketball coach at A&M, Texas A&M, an excellent coach, an excellent school program. She has been dressing in a way that flatters her body. She looks amazing. She's not dressing like a hoe. You're not seeing cleavage. However, her body is like, whoa.
Bang
So
it.
yeah, anything that she
So why are
wears
you mad?
looks like, whoa.
So why are you mad?
And yeah,
Okay.
she looks good.
Exactly.
But yeah, a lot of people are mad because they're like, she should not be dressing that way, which she's dressing ultra feminine, which typically, especially in the basketball community, because I grew up playing basketball, I was a starter, a varsity. That is not how we were
shit.
allowed to look. We had to
We gotta
dress
play some
like
basketball together.
men.
Okay.
And yeah, it was something that I was always, because of the boobs. Oh yeah, always. I used to have a joke and be like, don't judge me for my cleavage, because if I wear a turtleneck, you're gonna see some cleavage. Okay, so get over it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Get over it.
God played a joke on me because I ain't got no motherfucking ass, and I'm mad about it.
You can go to Miami and get a nice
I
ass
am
for
fearfully and
$3,000.
wonderfully made.
No. I'm mad about it. Now, okay,
Damn.
I can do squats for about 2 or 3 months and get a little rump, but it's never gonna be no big ass. It's never gonna be no big ass. And so I am actually mad about that. So anyway, long story short, I've always attracted other cultures. My whole life, I've always attracted other cultures because I've never had a big ass. Now, do I got some nice chocolate, milky, brown titties?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. But this is the thing.
I think a lot of women need to understand, sometimes for your size and your height, you are well proportioned and it looks good. So whether you
I
feel,
I eat a lot.
okay,
And that's the
but
truth. I'm way bigger than I'm supposed to be. I'm actually supposed to be like a really petite girl.
no, that ain't for us.
I'm like 200 pounds right now.
That
I'm
ain't for
supposed
us.
to be like 120.
Look, no.
If
All
I'm
right,
120,
back
I
on the
have
subject.
a big ass. Straight up.
All right,
So-
get back on the subject. Chris, you go and state, should we be judged on how we dress in a professional setting, dating, when you're trying to find somebody? Does it matter how you dress?
I dress to
You
show
be
my
judged.
titties. I dress to show my titties. I hate to say it. I sure do.
Hostile therapy family, I don't think that we should be judged because we have certain attributes from our genealogy, from our mother, father, their mother, fathers, and things of that nature.
Mhm.
And I don't think that we should be judged because of that. Hey, I might be tall as hell, but I might be 7'5", but I'm smart, intelligent. I'm a great person. I love people, I love the world, and people still don't see that. All they see is, if I'm 7'5", basketball. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter what I'm wearing, what I'm putting on. All they see is, you didn't like basketball? No, I'm more cerebral. I want to do.
You're not
X,
no
Y,
damn
and Z.
7'5".
Nah, but no. I'm just making an example.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm making an example. And one of the things that I would tell you, whether I was dating or not, I still hear it now. I had locks 2 times for 9 years. I cut my locks because as I got older, there was situations in my life where I was stressed out. They were thinning, and I didn't feel like doing X, Y, and Z with them. So I cut my hair off and started over. But the world wanted me to have the locks because it was a good look for me. Long locks, long. But the judgment of the whole situation, whether it's business, is personal. Yeah, the ladies like the locks, is personal. But on a business aspect, me being here in Virginia,
Oh yeah, I know you definitely got judged.
I got a telephone pole in my ass, bro. Sisters. Reason being, this is a whole different aspect. And I've had to have my mentors, who are older gentlemen who are working in the field doing this and that, the third, told me, if you want to be successful, degreed up, and this and that, the third, you have to cut your locks. I promise you, I probably interviewed for like 300 different legal jobs, like law, because I love law. I'm in law, and different things of that nature. I worked for social services for 8 years. The problem with that is I didn't know even our own culture is judging me. You spaghetti head motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you don't know nothing about me as a person, why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right.
But you're gonna judge me on that end. And I'm going into law firms. I get to the end, all these energy people like me, but at the end of the day, because we don't have anybody up top in those areas a lot of times, or in the administrative or HR or top of these companies, they view that as a threat. So it's judgmental and it's crazy. And I'll always lose my job out to it'd be a white Caucasian lady, white Caucasian male who didn't last 3 months. But they're gonna call me back later. Hey, we got this job position opening, blah 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 blah.
And then you're gonna be like,
I don't know work for your shit. I don't want to work for your shit now. So even on a personal level,
the job.
I cut it. Like back. See Chris Styles right there. Chris Styles is me. It's a part of me. Nice. It's also a character. I dress. I do different things. Right. Women like that. But when they got a chance to get to know me as a man, as a person, they wanted to they wanted to fund Chris Styles. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to get into, so it is a judgment on what you do and what you wear, your hairstyles, your clothes.
I can see that.
And I wore my shit. Trust me.
Yeah.
And so you take off your shit and just be a regular person. There's still judgment with all that, bro. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and you could make your comments, and you can move forward.
Okay. Erica, let you go next with this.
Yeah, I think that it's a reality that we just need to be honest about. I think that we all make judgments based on how people dress. If we're really serious, we try to sum them up by, what we see. I think in social settings, that women are harshly judged by how we dress. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing a crop top right now because I just want to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear it everywhere because, people would judge my weight and judge how I look and be like, okay, that doesn't really look that awesome on her. She don't look good like that. She should cover up.
But what do you mean your weight?
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You act like you're fat or something, girl. You thick.
Yeah, I don't find that like I wouldn't like that at all.
What are you talking about, girl?
Bottom line,
yeah, y'all wouldn't, but other people.
Yeah, there's people that are
like
like
reality.
Okay,
a reality.
But some women are just thick and look like you say. No matter what they wear,
exactly. So no matter what they wear, I cannot cover up the boobs.
Yeah, and the fact of the reality is,
I will still be judged for it.
Men and women both,
even no matter judged for it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a reality.
And guess
that
what?
is where I think we need to be
when I go
honest
to an
about.
interview. Because guess what? You a nigga and you're gonna give me the motherfucking job. That's why.
Unless you're interviewing for a bunch of white people, and no, you're not going to get the job.
No, actually,
Right.
white
You know
people
what I'm
get the
saying?
job the most because they don't even
So
like
I mean,
ass.
Yeah, we're
You know
the
what?
worst suckers. We'll hire the worst
No.
employees to be
Wait.
nice.
White
Jesus.
people don't even
maybe,
like ass.
maybe not. You just
They like
don't
titties.
know.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Just, you know.
That's bullshit. That's not true.
No, every one of our
Are
experiences
you
are
sure?
different with hiring aspects.
Are you
I like
sure?
I
Look at
but
my
I don't know.
Here's a
I've been in hiring
I would
rooms.
know.
I bet.
I've
Look
been
at my
in
girl's
hiring
booty right
rooms.
now. This is look.
No.
You know
They
what?
get
If you
the job.
don't look the
That's
part
true.
that they
Reality,
want to, if
people
you don't
do
look
it.
the part that they want to put in that position, you will not get that job. Straight up and
And it
down.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well, I got
And
a
yeah,
lot
they're
of
gonna look
jobs
at- they're
I
gonna
was
look at
not
your dress.
qualified for, and I'm gonna keep it real. I was not qualified for a lot of jobs. I
Good.
got. To be
Good.
honest, why
But
would you
people
even
do.
put me in this position?
I mean,
Well, the person that was doing the hiring, the person that was doing the hiring wasn't qualified to actually for their job either. Honestly,
Yes,
based off of that.
there you go. That's
You know
what it is. Because you get
Well, what if
people
I know
who
the
come in-
CEO? Then what?
No, but you still get people who are in these positions who are biased. They could be racist. They could be anything. But they was like, okay, I don't think that person fits that look that we're trying to have in this company, and that's where the judgment comes in.
100%.
Most white men with money, they want big titties and little ass.
You're stereotyping. You can't say that about all that.
I'm
You
just
don't
keeping
know
it
that.
real. I'm sorry, I'm keeping it real.
That's what you
Most of them, they want big titties and a
say
little
that
ass.
is your opinion or your
But they
experience.
want the ass
That
in
is not
shape.
reality.
They want some
They
ass
want the
too.
ass
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You just see the
They
titties.
want those for their side chicks, but that's not what they marry.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'm saying they
They're
want the
worried
ass
about
in shape.
making their payments. They're worried about making money for whatever business they're getting into. Let's just be real. If you go to a bank and a guy goes and dresses as a crackhead or dresses in some jogging pants and comes in there with braids, he more likely is not going to get hired because he fits a stereotype.
That other people will judge. Hey, you know what?
Okay. Let me just cut out this short real quick.
And
Do I
you know,
give you receipts?
You can give us receipts.
Hey, you know
what?
what?
I can give you. Let me tell you something.
Talking about your
I
experience.
can give you receipts from people.
It
that
don't
I talk
matter.
to.
We're talking about
Let me
generalities.
just
We're talking about most
real quick.
people.
I can give you receipts.
If that was
years,
the case,
they
there would
don't-
not have had to be a
They
law
don't like.
passed in
They
2019
don't like big asses.
to protect
They
African
want
Americans
big
that wear
titties.
their natural
We're
hair.
No,
talking
they
about
want
how
big
you
titties.
dress.
we're talking about ass and titties, not hair.
We're talking about how you dress.
Yeah, we're talking about dress.
Stick
How
on
you
that.
look.
Yeah.
They want you to show their titties.
No,
That's the thing. I get you on the hair thing, though, for 100%. I
If
get
you're
that.
talking about strip club or talking about Hooters, that's one thing. We're talking about strictly professional jobs, working at a law firm. We're talking about jobs working at a bank. We're talking about jobs working at a school. They traditionally do not hire people who are going to show ass and titties and having cleavage showing all over the place.
Well, I'm not talking about regular jobs.
That's what we're talking about. No, we're not talking about extremes.
We're talking about corporate
We're
America
talking about
here.
extremes here.
Okay.
We're talking about regular stuff. We're not talking about extremes.
If that's the case, no one would be judging Sydney Carter, but they are.
Right. Okay. Well, let's get on Sydney Carter. Like, okay, there's nothing wrong with what she's doing. I don't think it's immoral.
Have y'all seen what she looks like and how she's been dressing?
I've seen it. I've seen how the picture, how she looks or whatever. The only problem I have that with is, and you can backlash guys for that, and that's fine. What kind of representation does she want to have for herself? And you can say it's wrong, and I'm fine with that. What kind of representation would you want to have for herself? Because women in sports already kind of take a back seat with that, with how they're represented. And although it may be wrong, I think women want to go in there in sports as commentators or coaches and want to be seen as intelligent. They want to be seen as competent with the men. Unfortunately, and this is true, when she wears clothes like that, again, I'm saying this is true, and you could say it's wrong, that's fine. When guys see that, they're not going to take her as seriously as a coach as she's doing that. They're going to look at somebody, because guys also have dress codes. Guys can't come in there in Bermuda shorts and white.
Do you want to do an experiment?
Guys cannot come in there. Let me finish. Guys cannot come into a coach's position and wear just anything. When they come in there in the organization, they want to look uniform with what the organization wants to represent. The players can't come dressed a certain way, and the coach can't come a certain way. Even the owner is usually dressed in suits and a tie. You know, remember this was a thing that happened in the NBA in the early 2000s. Allen Iverson, they got on him for coming with cornrows and pretty much wearing the same outfit he wore on the basketball court. You know, he was wearing, you know, sagging, having big not jogging pants, well, NBA pants or whatever like that, windbreakers and all this type of stuff. And then what it was doing for him, they're saying it was hurting the image of the NBA.
Yeah, he was projecting like he don't give a fuck about anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
As wrong as it could have been, because they were trying to label him a thug. As wrong as that might have been, when you're playing ball or you're working under the organization and you're being judged by millions of eyes on TV, that's the image you're projecting for that company or that private sector that you're working with.
Show.
And they eventually made all the players wear certain clothes. Now, their clothes are kind of horrible now, but
that's ridiculous.
Wear a suit and tie.
But he wasn't looking like he just walked like off the streets or whatever have you. But the fact that he spoke his mind on how he felt and didn't sugarcoat stuff, and then also looked like you know, stereotypical like whatever you want, whatever the judgmental thing is, that made it an issue, more of an issue, because he spoke and he had a lot of good points. He spoke his mind, but then all the people couldn't get past, like white people. You know what? Black people judge other black people really harshly too on how they dress and come off too. Honestly,
yeah,
for sure. Like a whole lot.
Yeah,
we definitely do.
Old white people.
We can do a whole show on this if you want.
Other peers. That's a whole show.
And unfortunately,
because guess what? I can get you receipts.
I don't care about receipts. We're not talking about your experience.
No, I'm not even talking about sports either. Okay?
I'm talking about everybody's experience.
I came from Washington State. So I kicked it with the .com boys right when the boom happened. Right when the boom happened with Microsoft, with Intel, with Silicon Valley. Okay? So all I'm saying is this. These motherfuckers have a look in their head, and that's what they want to see. That's it. I don't care if they got a wife and 10 kids at home. They want to see a certain thing. That's all I'm saying. They want to see. Don't you see that Bill Gates' wife is now just coming forth with she's just now coming forth with why she divorced her husband. Do you know I knew strippers that actually danced and fucked him? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It don't matter how much money they got. They have a thing they want, and if they want it, they want it. And of course, they feel so big. They feel so big and bad, you know. Ooh, I'm a big millionaire. I'm a big billionaire. They're gonna do that. That's what they're gonna do. Do you understand that he actually went to Stadium High School, the same high school as my brothers? That's
but you came from a rich family. You came from a rich family.
Like Washington State is like the #1 actual state for the most
meth and heroin.
Exactly. Well, not just heroin, but startup companies. Washington State is the #1 for startup companies. So all I'm saying is this: I have like party with these people. Let me tell you, they're just regular people. Right. They're regular people, and they also cheat. They cheat like a motherfucker. And when they cheat, you know what they cheating with? Random people.
All right.
Ghetto people. Ghetto. As a ghetto appeal.
Sorry, I got comedy shit I gotta go do.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
All right, Justin. Yo, good luck, man.
All right. We're gonna add somebody to the chat right quick. All right. We'll let her introduce herself. All right.
Hey. Isha. What's going on, Mama?
Hey, Isha.
What's good with you?
All right, everything good.
Introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Aisha, comedian Aisha from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Frequent right here on Hostile Therapy Podcast, but you know I've been doing my thing in these comedy streets, and my ADHD been twitching tonight. Woo! Dang, I've been listening.
Cheers.
So what you think about what I just said, Isha?
Girl, you've been all over the place. I don't know if you need my Redlands. I need to say something. You ain't stuck on topic from the moment this podcast started tonight. Listen, I can't even right now. Okay, can't even. Let's not even go there. Like I've been trying to keep up with you, and I had to have 2 bottles of wine just to even figure out what the hell we were talking about.
Well, you got another one because I need one because after this conversation, girl.
I always keep mine on deck. I got to because you see, it's times like this because like y'all be in the subject and you jump in and jump right. I think you got squirrel syndrome. I think you need to get that checked. It's cool because I had squirrel syndrome too. Woo.
Jumping in the line.
Oh my God.
Harry
I was like,
Belafonte. I'm in Harry Belafonte tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of shit going on personally, but you know, I keep it personal. But you know, I'm still trying to maintain. But I love your name. I only met 3 people in my life named Isha, and one of them were my best friends. So I like you already.
Big Red.
One of them was my best friends. So I like you already.
Big Red.
What's up, Chris?
So, what do you? I mean, you know, I was like, you mentioned a few things, but like, matter of fact, I used to say, but I want to hear what your thought is on this.
Oh yeah, I think you missed a little bit. Of that. Go ahead.
I think you're supposed to dress the way you want to be addressed. So, and I say that in the corporate world because I've been in corporate world for over 20 something years. I work in dental during the day, but I'm on stage at night. You wouldn't want to walk into the dental office and see a dentist wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt, right? You dress the way you want to be addressed. I'm known as the comedy thundercat because I'm in my 40s and I'm out in the streets, but at the same time I'm cute. So when I get on stage, I make sure I have on my cute outfits. I make sure I have on my heels. I make sure that when they see me, they're like, she's as old as she is. I don't know. Is she really in her 40s?
Exactly.
The way you want to be addressed. It doesn't matter whether it's corporate. It doesn't matter whether you're at the house. If you want the respect that you need, you're going to play that part. And rich people do the same thing. Rich people will come out the house with New Balances that look like they done cut the grass in 20 years ago. And they do that on purpose because they don't want the attention of being known for their money. They want to be addressed for them.
So have you seen Sydney Carter's outfits and what were your thoughts on them? And do you believe that she is out of pocket with the way that she's dressing as a basketball coach?
I didn't see the outfits. And always have to send you some advances. I don't keep up with normal times, to be honest with you. I'm always working and I never really keep up with stuff. So
okay.
I do believe there's a time and place for everything. So where was she? What was she dressed like? Shoot it to my inbox real quick.
Oh yeah, yo, Aisha, for real. She had on some tight, skin tight, pink, but it was also celebrating, the cancer shit.
Breast cancer.
Cancer.
You said the cancer shit, like
yeah.
You better delete that.
Oh my. Okay, look.
You gonna get all
we can't delete it now, but I'm just saying it was the. For the cancer holiday, I mean, for you know about that.
It was in support of breast cancer. She had on pink leather pants and a white turtleneck. It was not overly tight. However, it did flatter her figure.
Oh, you mean the
she has not worn anything that has shown any cleavage and has not had any tight mid mini skirt. Just fits.
And she had on 12-inch heels.
Wow. And it has not been on tight. And yes, she did have.
Let's not skip that part, please.
Like that's really bad.
Please.
She was not inappropriately dressed in any way, shape, or form.
She was bad.
Okay, you're talking about the coach. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. She's not inappropriately dressed. She just so happens to be blessed with a nice body. She should be able to wear whatever she wants, just like everyone else when it comes on their coaching. It's the sad part.
She has been professional, but people are judging her.
You can be fully
The sad part about this situation is America sexualizes everything so much that we can't just simply look at an outfit and say, you know what, she is beautifully built. And because the same person can wear this outfit and have a different body, and they just like, oh, well, she looking frumpy today.
I have no problem with it. Have no problem with it.
I totally disagree with that because find what male coach is actually dressing like. Have a male coach come in there in like some John Travolta leather pants like that, and see people don't talk about that.
No, I think
Have a coach come in there wearing one of those Dickies.
It was for a special event, just
what?
like her Christmas dress was for Christmas. So she brought awareness to a situation.
If
I
that
just
coach
think-
has a woman,
She could have worn a ribbon and brought awareness.
let's go back further than this. And I say this because it always depends on who's wearing it, the situation, and their level of popularity and what they're supposed to be representing. Okay. And I say this for this situation. You remember the Lizzo situation when Lizzo wore the exact same outfit that Rihanna wore?
Nobody want to
And
see.
how
No.
no. You remember that situation?
Somebody did.
What you talking about? When she was at the NBA game?
Somebody did.
I don't remember where she was,
Somebody
but
like
it's very similar.
somebody
They wore
like
the same outfit with two different body shapes. So when she wore it, because she didn't have nothing on it, it was like a see-through thing, and it was like, ugh, it was disrespectful. But when Rihanna wore it, it was. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think it was the same thing because Rihanna's was more appealing for her body.
Do you think it was right?
For Lizzo,
Yes.
Either
no,
one.
I think no, I think her stylist.
Why not?
I think
Why
her
not?
stylist is better.
See-through
Why
outfit.
not? I mean, it
Let
fit the actual
me
event.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. I think her stylist should have done a better job at uplifting her body to
Bad
make it
outfit,
or
but
get a
was
dress
it
that.
inappropriate?
So what now?
It wasn't a. It was a bad outfit for her. You could say
Right.
it did not flatter
Right.
her,
Not
but
saying it was
was
inappropriate at all. Just
it
saying the outfit
was it
itself.
inappropriate for the event? No.
No,
No,
I didn't say that.
you
No,
can't
but I'm
even say
using that. I am
Can't say
using that in comparison to the body types. People judge based on your body type. I'm not saying whether that was inappropriate or not. No. Do I think this coach is dressed inappropriate? Me, no. I've seen all her outfits. Personally, I don't.
No,
I don't think so.
How did she feel?
Her
If
body
she
type is
felt
not
good
like
in it,
Lizzo,
let
and
it
she's
go.
being judged on it by her body type. So
That's
we
it.
can't say it's just about
I
body
can't
because
hear
they're
you.
both being
Right.
judged.
Right.
Lizzo and Sydney Carter are being judged based on their body type. But it's mostly on what they wear. There's certain decor
Right.
you're supposed to wear certain places. You
If
can't
Right.
she
There's a
felt
time and
good,
place.
So
Right. There's a
let
time
it
and place
go.
for everything.
for the decor
Let it go.
that we supposed to wear what we wear when we wear it.
No, if she felt good, let
it don't matter if she
go.
feel good. She ain't working for herself. If you want to feel wear what
Right.
you wear, go get your
Now,
own business and your own job. You
right.
cannot
If your job is saying it's inappropriate, you don't wear it. You just don't
That's
because
a
you're getting
job.
paid to
But I'm saying you that's a job, okay?
But it
A
wasn't the
is a
job being judgmental, and it wasn't the job coming down on her. They are actually fine with it. This is the public
If you're
that's having
going
an
somewhere
issue.
on your own free will, who is to tell you what the fuck to wear?
your job, the boss, the
But
organization.
her job is
if I'm
fine
at my
with it.
job,
Okay,
if
but
I'm
we're
at my
asking, we're
job, but if
talking
I'm
about
not
us
at my
though. Do we
job,
find
Right,
it?
we're talking about
who
us
are
now
you?
Do we
Who are
see?
as
you?
a culture, as people, the world. And
Okay,
Well,
so remember, I
if I'm
was
not paying
signed
her
to a label
salary,
for 5 years. Okay,
And for us to say
I was
that
signed to
like we don't judge
a record
people or how
label.
we dress, that's being
I was signed
disingenuous.
to
Come
a
on,
record
we
label for
judge
right?
people.
5 years.
I'm not gonna lie. I
I
do
was
look at
signed to a
people and
record
judge
label
them
for
based
5
on.
years that tried to tell me
I want to mute your
what to
mic because
do.
you've been yelling, Alexa. I want to mute your mic because you've been talking like even
My
everybody
voice
talks.
keeping
I
a
just
rip.
want to mute your mic.
Okay, so I was signed to a record label for 5 years, and they used to try to tell me what to do. I wasn't having that. I did not sign that contract.
You had a record label.
My contract was about music. So you're not going to tell me how to dress. You're not going
That's
to tell
music.
me
That's not a private
anything like that.
corporation. We talking about apples and oranges here.
but you know, I was like in a hole. They're still saying you sign when you dress with you corporate, you whatever that is. They're going to tell you they got guidelines on what they want to do and how you dress. But
I wasn't in a development contract.
right. So, but I mean, but what you talk about Lizzo been doing her thing for a minute, and it's just that individual people out here who might not like because she's overweight or she might,
Well, who says she's overweight?
Right. I'm not saying that's her genetics.
She's overweight.
There's people that well, she's overweight in our
I'm
in our
overweight.
mind.
No
But
eyes.
there's people who like that.
Stop capping, man. We know she overweight.
Right, but I'm just saying that
body positivity aside and all. Let's just be
okay,
real.
so the reason why she got flack for real, and let's be real with this, right? So the
I'm saying
reason
that she would be
why
ugly in certain parts of the world if she wasn't big.
no. So no, it's not the fact that she's
For some
big.
people.
She got flack
I'm not
because it was family night at the Lakers game,
And she came.
and she came
I know what
and
you're talking
pulled
about.
and got kids in on that shit, and she twerking and shaking in a slight in that outfit and all that shit. Like, people going to take offense to that. Like, yo, you didn't know this was it's a family outing shit.
And if it was a nice young slim girl with
Nope.
a nice round,
No, it wouldn't matter
basketball
to me.
booty, if it was a nice young slim girl with a basketball booty with tits sitting right up here,
Nope. You
and
don't.
a pretty
Who?
face, you think they
Who?
said
Name
they would
who?
let it slide?
No,
Not
it
for
wouldn't.
me.
Let me tell you something I was told recently, and I'm saying this is a real experience. I just did a show with Hamburger comedian the other day, and he said, "Yep, Hamburger." He said to me, he said, "Aisha, when I first met you, your dress, your presence, you came off as honestly a church girl." I said, "I kind of am, but I'm a rebellious one." He said, "But your set didn't match that." He said, "Either make your sets match what you bring into the table, or change your look." And that made sense because again, dress the way you want to be addressed.
Okay.
And that's, again, I do dress a certain way on purpose, but when he heard the rest of my set and understood it, he was like, okay, I get it. But the first thing he thought was like, Aisha, you look like a sweet, innocent, nice little church girl, and you're going to be suck my dick someday. Well, that's what I do.
And so the comedy that you presented and what you do didn't match what you dressed.
Kind of, sort of didn't.
Okay.
It did down to, like, he thought I was more of a, he thought, honestly, he didn't expect my level of realness. And he told me that. He thought I was going to come out on more of a clean comic talking about church this, church that. And the only part about church was doing the deeper.
But then again, you know what? That was good advice, but that was his perspective of you.
It was his opinion, like everyone else's opinion.
Right.
That's my point.
Yep.
And that's what these are. People judge you, and that's what we do. People judge you based on your appearance. And so you dress the way you want to be addressed.
Please judge me. Please, please, please.
Everybody
please judge me as a whole.
We're going to sit here and act like nobody in this world does not judge.
Exactly.
I hate that Tupac quote. I hate it to death. Only God can judge me.
Only God can judge me.
Well, me too. I hate that.
Everybody
said
judge me as a whole, please. Judge me as a whole. Judge me as a Jezebel. Please.
Nobody ain't got time to
judge me. Because guess what? When you're fucking in a situation and you see me as an executive, your jaw is gonna fall to the fucking floor.
Can you call me?
When you see me in a full business suit, about to fire your ass.
No, it won't.
And you call me. Erica, call me when that happens.
Please judge me.
Look,
you know what? I don't give a fuck about these niggas. Judge me how you want to judge me, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And you're still gonna be beneath me. At the end of the day, you're still gonna be beneath me.
When we meet somebody, when we meet somebody, we're only gonna meet somebody for a few seconds or a few minutes. We only got a few seconds to make a judgment call on whether that person is a good person or a bad person, whether good or bad. Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover, but some covers actually make sense to what the book is about.
And boom.
You don't have that long. There was a study done. There was a study done in a place called Glasgow. They did a thing where they just heard people's voice. They heard. I'm gonna do it because that's how people stay safe, and that's how people.
I know people judge me too, and that, like I said, you have to be okay with that.
Right.
No, Nick, you said the right thing. You said that's how people stay safe because you teach your children to judge danger when danger's around, right?
Right.
You have to use judgment. That's part of life. So for anyone who say they don't judge, they're
fucking liars. Liars.
You judge. You may not know that there's levels to judging, Alexa. There's levels to judging, whether you're critical judging, whether you're just giving an opinionated judgment. Judgment comes in different levels, which is why judgment doesn't mean the worst all the time.
I want you to see me looking scandalous in the skimpiest dress, in the brightest makeup, acting a motherfucking fool, drunk as a motherfucker. That's how I want you. That's how I want you to judge me. Because guess what? When you judge me right there, I know you're judging me at my worst. I'm not going to tell you about everything else I've done. I'm not going to tell you about my accomplishments. I'm not going to tell you about anything I've ever done in my life. I want you to see me at my fucking real shit. That's what I want. That's how
But
I want
I
you to
think you
judge
have to
me.
be okay with that.
That's how I want you to judge
I
me.
think Sydney Carter is
Right.
okay with people judging her. I think she is because we don't pay her paycheck, and not only that, her job is cool. So I don't
Right.
think she really care that we judging her. I think people
Ooh.
that judge her really care
All right,
more.
sure.
And
Like I know that people judge me a certain way. They don't know I'm in school getting my master's in psychology. They don't know that I, work with financial planning. They don't
Right.
know, all that stuff. And
Yeah,
I
Sydney
got to
fucked
be
up.
okay with
Sydney
that.
fucked up. Please.
but
Look, as a
I
comedian
got
on
to be okay
stage,
with that.
if I'm worried about what people say, then I would never hit stage.
Yeah.
That's the point. I don't care about what you think
Right.
about me. I don't care about
At
your
the end of
judgment.
the day,
I'm coming out and
I don't
telling
want to
my
fuck with
story
you any
I mean,
day.
you
because
got
I know
Yeah.
there's
that
still
my
I don't
stuff
story
want to fuck
is
with you
good.
anyway.
but
you got
overall,
a little
it's a
bit,
beautiful thing
a little bit.
because at the end of the day, we know who we really are as ourselves, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've had to learn and grow to have fucking elephant skin. No, matter of fact, not elephant, dragon skin. I got dragon scales on my fucking body right now. And it doesn't matter to me what people say, what they think about me in that capacity. But if we in this circle and square together, if I've done some bullshit or I've done something that offends you,
Right.
I care about that. I
Exactly.
care about making sure that we good, making sure that I want to make sure I want to know everybody and we ain't on some offensive shit. We ain't on no drama. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I care about.
If you get jumped, who gonna actually throw some damn blows for you?
For sure.
That's who
And
you need to see.
and
Like these
hopefully
motherfuckers. Look at me as a ghetto bitch,
we
please.
and hopefully
Please do.
we ain't gonna
'Cause
we
I
ain't
want
gonna
to
put ourselves in a
dismiss.
position to do that, but I understand what you're saying. Because it has happened.
Yeah, I want to dismiss you ASAP.
And so,
Straight
one
up.
of the things too is that in our development, in our growth as individuals and people and as a group, I had to get the chance to understand that everybody ain't gonna like you, everybody ain't gonna look at you the same, but
Let them go.
it's consistency for who you are and make them understand that shit was all in your motherfucking head. It wasn't because of me. That was your perception of who I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like I really don't care about social media too much. I have to be on it because of what I'm doing. We have our professions, we have our things that we're doing, we're passionate about. But let's focus more. We need to get back to that. And this is why it's good because you got hostile therapy. You got other platforms that's going to point out certain things that we need to discuss. And it's even going to bring more awareness of what's going on in this world and how it's trying to mold and shape us into shit.
Right.
I'm like air and water. I'm like water and air. They're not gonna shape me for shit.
I got 500,000 followers in 6 months when I was posting regularly. But do you know how much that shit impacted me? I closed that page down immediately. Because you know what? My mental health is first.
Right.
My mental health is first. I'm not going to sit up here and be bombarded. Because you got to think about the ratio of the shit. If you got this many followers, how many crazy accounts, how many haters, how many messages, how many, bad comments on your shit are you going to get? When I want to do something, I fucking do it. I don't ever second doubt myself. And I know for a motherfucker, I can call anybody for a favor right now. Because I make good with my shit. So I can call the real motherfuckers for favors. I don't call them for people. I call them for myself. So my point is this, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I've already done it.
For sure.
I've already done it. I've been there, done that. I already know you can do this shit easily. It's a method. It's a method. Just like making a cake. You need this much flour. It's a method. Okay? It's a fucking method. It's easy. Anybody can blow up on the internet. That's not hard. My thing is, are you authentic? Are you authentic? Do you really believe in what you're doing? Guess what? I didn't believe in what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to be popular. But that
I
shit
think
ended up
that is a
that shit
great
ended up
point
being a burden. It ended up being a burden.
to, yeah. Well, I think that's a great point. What you said, Alexa, about being authentic, that
That's right.
is important for Sydney Carter and what she is doing. She is authentically dressing herself in a way that isn't provocative, and it is not inappropriate, and it's not unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? She is a college basketball coach. It is okay the way that she's dressing, and maybe we need to change our perceptions and maybe grow a little bit as a society and realize women that, you know, just dress well
Right.
should not be judged, to where we are
But
having these big conversations
There's
and
a difference
all
between
of this
real
things
and
coming at her and saying all these things about her and how she dresses, because ultimately she is reflecting the femininity of a woman in power, you know,
but if
and
you
she
are
is
in a
being
provocative
And
stage,
authentic, and that is something that we should be striving for.
like and
if
like
you're in a
y'all.
provocative stage, then dress provocative. And that's all I'm saying. Embrace every area of your life. Sometimes I might be dressed like a damn church lady with a hat and everything. I'm talking about full culture garb, okay? Because that's what mode I'm in, okay? I might be in that mode. But if I want to sit up here and wear mini skirt and all this, don't address me as like a outsider or a hoe or nothing like that. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm feeling.
again, with how she is dressing, that's fine if you want to do that on your own. But you're representing a brand when you do it. If a guy comes in there and wants to represent his masculinity and wants to wear a muscle shirt, he's going to
Everybody's not
be looked
representing
at
the
a
brand
certain
though.
way. He's going to be looked at a certain way.
Everybody is
He's
not
going to be thought
representing
of a
the
certain way.
brand.
Let me finish what I'm saying. He's going to be thought of a certain way. And fair or not, that's just how the world works.
Everyone is not representing the
Not
brand. Some people are just doing what the
going,
fuck they
can I
feel.
finish what I was just saying?
Some
Let me
people are
finish
doing what
what
the
I
fuck
was
they
saying.
feel for that day.
Hold
Yes,
on,
she's
Lex. Hold
on
on.
her femininity. That is just fine. Or her doing that on
Mhm.
her own or her own business. I'm telling you, we know as women or as black people, you have to work that much harder at
Yeah,
what job you're at to fit the part.
4 or 5
Her as
times.
a female coach and with mostly a male dominated field, she's going to be looked at a certain way and thought of a certain way. I would rather her be thought of as an intelligent coach of that team than someone thinking
I'm gonna get
something
something for y'all.
about her. That's
I'm gonna
just
get something
reality.
for y'all.
It's reality. I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's right or wrong, but it's reality. Like a coach just can't in any league. You see the NFL, NBA, baseball. They don't just wear anything. They look like they are about the team. When we're talking, you see what we're talking about. We're not talking
yeah.
about the team. We're talking about her out, and that's taken away from the team aspect. That's all I'm saying. Right or wrong, that's what it's doing.
But Red too. I think it was amazing that if you saw other outfits that she's worn,
The fuck are you doing?
other outfits that she has worn,
Let me know
there
you
was
want to
no
talk.
complaints about that shit. You
I
know
know.
what I'm
Let me know
saying?
you want to talk about it.
So whether it was a suit jacket or something she wore, she might have took her suit jacket off, and somebody took that picture. It was a perfect curvature exemplary of who she was at that moment, and she was still doing her job. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy to me that you seen a lot of the comments came from black males. I was like, "Are you shitting me? You should have
I
been more support of her than knowing that a lot of our culture are, we have curves. You don't have curves, but you are accentuated or balanced with your height, your weight, whatever that is. You're beautiful beings. But why would you take that moment to put complaints and do some other shit? I was like, nah, something wrong with you, bro. The fuck?
What was said? Someone enlighten me on what was said. And I'm asking this on purpose because every time, hold on, every time I see her and every picture I've seen of her, every article I've read about her has always been enlightened the positivity in how she looks and how she represents us as Black women. So it had to be some.
This is the only one I know about.
Huh?
This is the only picture I know about. I don't know like.
No, and this is why I say this. You know, Nick, I'm not even big on following a lot of sports, and I've seen her several times on several pictures, and they always enlighten her because of the fact she does bring flavor to being a coach. Versus she's not doing anything outlandish. She's not being like Dennis Rodman was on the court, wearing craziness. Right. So she's like the Venus and Serena of basketball, but she's a coach and she wears it very well. And the only difference is she's just not unfortunately, for lack of better words, she's not a flat-chested, no curvy body having pale and pigment challenge person.
No, I'm looking at her other outfits. I'm looking at her now, and I don't see what's wrong with her other outfits. It's just
that's just who she is.
I'm looking at her other outfits, and she's dressed very professionally in her other outfits. I don't know.
Because someone put it in a group. It was like, man, if they had more pictures like this, I would watch every game, blah blah blah. And they were putting up pictures of her. And to me, they kept saying how it was like Michelle Obama in the White House. Look at all the other White House first ladies. They look like some raisins in there, just some pigment challenge raisins. And then here comes Michelle, like the White House. It's the difference. Like it's not gonna look the same as what we're used to. It's not gonna be the norm. But as long as we allow, that's one pick. I've seen others. I promise you, I'll send them to you. I'll go through groups and pull them up. But as long as we allow that to be the narrative, then it's always gonna be a problem when someone like us does dress up and look nice. Because the narrative already right now is you can't have a figure and dress cute unless you're skinny and slim and wearing some Calvin Klein anorexic looking outfit. But when you're born with a body in a shape, or you work out for that body in a shape that you can flatter it and be professional, why not? She's not sexually degrading herself. She's got on the turtleneck, for God's sake. Her elbows are covered. She didn't got her titty on her elbow. That other titty right there on the elbow, she didn't got that out. She in her pants, the pants are tight, okay, because she's got a little shape to her. But that doesn't take away from her job. And if it is not affecting her pay, oh well. If her job is still got to be okay with it, okay. Everybody just needs to stop having their opinions on other people's paychecks and on other people's lives, especially if they're not the ones paying her. I get the fact that the audience pays basketball, but as long as she's still winning games, they're not going to care.
Social media gangsters.
And her job doesn't care. It was people on Instagram that cared.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so they typed it up. Yeah, they probably who say what they look like.
Matter of fact, they boosted her credibility as far as her being a coach, and if anything happens,
oh shit,
she's just gonna go up and get another. I mean, if she decides to leave Texas A&M for maybe Connecticut or whoever, they're gonna be like, "Yo, we're gonna pay her mad bucks to come here and coach for us."
The more you put attention on, and the more you hate, your attention goes to that person, the more you're free marketing that person. And if they're doing their job and they're doing their job right, continue to free market me. You know what I mean? Continue to hate on me, because now the more you put me in the limelight on your dime for free, what?
Exactly. Can I just take 2 seconds to just talk about this outfit? Let me tell you something. This shit been in my closet. This
gonna take 30 minutes.
This shit been in my closet for a year. A couple of days ago, I don't know, just long story short, damn, this is still live right now. I can't even say this shit. I'm just gonna say certain individuals in my family are what we consider male chauvinists. And I'm not saying no names.
Okay.
I'm not saying no names. Anyways, they think if you do anything, if you show anything, if you do anything, you might as well be stoned.
Damn.
Literally. That's the males in my family. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Anyways, that has been a problem for me growing up. So every blue moon, I just want to fucking get ratchet. Now, yeah, I can get the best business suit on, tightest hairstyle, nails, everything down, boots, blazer, business suit, go in media, do my shit, pass out cards. But every blue moon, like something in me wants to get ratchet.
Is it right now?
And the other day, no, the other day, you know what I did? I just walked to the grocery store.
Like Erica.
I never cut the tags off it. I mean, I could take you in my closet right now. You're gonna see how that shit got tags on it. So I never even cut the tag off that shit. I just wanted to just do something. So
show it to us.
I showed it. See, you didn't listen to the
stop.
My bad. I'm sorry.
What's the point?
So that's it.
Okay.
That's it. And so I have my red shoes. I have my red shoes. I have my red eyeglasses that went with it. The little lip shape, everything. All I did was walk to the Dollar Tree. But let me tell you, I was feeling so damn just ugly and fat and stupid and dumb and everything. I got so fucking hyped up. See, this is what you niggas need to learn. While you sitting up here hyping up all these other chicks, you better hype up your own girl.
The hell does that got to do? What are you talking
I'm
about?
just saying that no, that has a lot to do with it. There's a lot to do with it because all she gotta do is put on something cute and go out walking, and it's gonna be nothing but and numbers and honks and can I pay for your groceries? Can
and
I
you proving my point.
Who are you talking about?
all I'm just saying,
you are proving my point.
Right.
You
So
my point is when
you're going to get a certain type of attention.
No. So my point is this: when you feeling bad, no, it is the same point because it's connected. It's connected.
Yeah, well, you must be agreeing with me.
So why you are talking about like you shouldn't wear this or wear that?
Why?
Make sure as a man
in a setting.
Make sure. No, listen to me. Make sure.
Yeah, go ahead and say why.
Make sure as a man you're not pumping nobody else up.
The hell that got to do with how you dress?
Oh, it has a lot to do with it.
What kind of guy?
If you're condemning her to be a Jezebel,
no one said a Jezebel.
But guess what? You're liking all these damn Instagram.
No, you're getting off subject. We're talking about how.
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, you can't like that. You can't like the 100 booty pics and then want your girl to dress like full Koji guard. We're not doing that.
Proving my point. So if you see people,
you want your girl in the moo
for what they wear, sexual, then what do you think that's going to happen if she dresses that way at work?
Okay.
Ain't nobody fucking
with that. You proving my point.
Let me tell you something. Look, a woman has a work husband. She got a nigga waiting for her right there with the headset on. As soon as you piss her off, that nigga got lunch waiting. He got some Kleenex. He got sanitizer. The work husbands be full guard. I promise you that. They be on full guard. Because as soon as you piss her off, that work husband is waiting.
So basically you saying that's why she dressed the way she dressed when she go to work?
I'm saying if she wants to get that pump, because while you pumping everybody else up, like damn.
What that got to do?
What am I, chicken liver? What am I, chicken liver?
Not a doggone thing, Erica. I thought it was just me, girl. I'm over here trying to confuse his hell right now.
No, I'm just saying, what am I, chicken liver? So of course she can put on the little extra gloves, and she could put on the little extra tight shit. And now at the end of the day, now she's feeling good too. Now everybody feeling good.
What does that have to do with how we dress at work?
That has everything to do with it.
Is no longer Alexa. Your name is just Paige because you ain't gonna be sitting there. My Alexa know what the hell she's talking about when I call her in the room. I call Alexa, she even answers. If you know, of course, I'm not fucking you. Your name is now Paige. Change that shit immediately. You understand? Immediately.
Well, first of all,
if I ask my father to know, I said Alexa, what is this? She's gonna give me the correct answer. You gave me 12 maps. I'm confused, bitch. I'm confused.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna sue him because guess what? I sat right on the plane with the Amazon motherfucker. Gave him my card. My card said Club Alexa.
Thank you, Aisha.
He said he worked for Amazon. I think he stole my name, and that was way back in the day.
Then you know what? Then maybe he did to prove that there could be an Alexa that can get straight to the point.
I think he stole my name.
All right.
I stick to that story.
Final points on this. Well, actually, let me ask one more question about this because we were just talking about the job market on this. Okay, let's talk dating. If you see somebody in the streets, guy or girl, and I'm guessing guys, or I don't know whatever y'all do on y'all side jobs, hustles, whatever. I don't know what y'all do, but if y'all see a guy or girl dressed a certain way, immediately on the street, do you judge her by what he or she wears?
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't
I
judge
don't.
at all.
I really don't care.
I
don't
do.
care.
So you're telling me if guy come out there and just is some dirty ass draws and just goes outside yelling the end of the world is coming, you ain't judging him?
Ain't nobody coming out in no draws.
I'm
He has
judging
dirty
because you
drawers.
look like you're
I mean,
gonna
there's
lower
a
my
million
credit score. Not
stories that someone can have.
Ain't nobody coming out in no damn draws.
I'm not
The
thinking
hell
that
they don't.
hard. I don't look. I don't care that much. I don't
In terms
No,
of
care.
I get you, but
Okay.
it's just if you approach me as a guy, then that's when my judgment starts. Because at that point, I'm looking at are you going to be a bothersome to me? No. Are you going to bring me down? No. I am looking at how you carry yourself. There's one thing that look like you just got off work, but if it's under your nail bed, it's filthy, and you don't attempt it. No. If you don't keep your nails in, no. If you look like you're
I
going to
look to
lower my
see-
credit score by coming to talk
Yeah,
to
I
me,
look to see
you
how
not
worn
finish
your
the
clothes
conversation.
are.
Huh?
You know the difference
I
between
like
a
to see how
hard
worn your
worker
clothes
and a
are.
dirty man.
I know that y'all please don't be fooled by the judgment y'all giving
There's
me
a
because what y'all
difference.
don't know, I done been there and done that.
Exactly.
I promise you, I can tell you stories for days. And I've been listening to this podcast from the time I started. Nick will tell you, me and him is doing this together. Please don't judge a book by its cover. But I'm gonna tell you what I do when it comes down to me dating and all the mess I done been through with men. I have learned I can look right at a guy and I can tell whether or not if you're not clipping your nails and cleaning yourself on a grooming on a regular, you're not gonna fit me. You might fit her, but you're not gonna fit me.
Right.
Those are things that I need. So yes, I'm gonna judge you. If you're coming with those sex offender sevens on, I'm gonna fucking judge you.
But that's if I actually have to interact with you. If I don't have to interact with you,
But that's my point. But that's the question. So if a guy comes and he's hollering at you, you're gonna judge. That's your point.
But look,
You
I
have
already
had
know if I'm on the market or not for anybody. So if I'm not on the market for anybody, I don't care neither. Say what you got to say. Do what you got to do. I don't care because I don't have energy to care about what other people do with their lives.
right. But his question
I just
was,
don't.
when we meet someone
But
and if
if you
someone's
ask for
coming up
my
to holler at
number,
us,
then
you
yeah, I
judge.
might look at your nails.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
But no, I just
And you know, you gotta look at the toenails too.
The first impression
Toenails are
with y'all
important.
does not matter, is what
okay.
y'all saying. Y'all saying
No,
first.
what they saying it. What they saying. You know, nope. I'm looking at your teeth. You go to the dental office. You're not giving me BV because you want to go down and you ain't seen a dentist in 12 years. No.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
good point. And honestly, that's the only reason I'm even paying attention to your nail comment because yeah, you talking about
Why should it matter though?
Exactly. You ain't
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna look at your nails.
I got bumps all on my tongue.
No,
Oh,
see,
hell no. Hell no.
Two of them.
no, I'm you know, from beginning to
Thank you,
end.
Jesus.
You want
Eat your
them to
food.
put them in
Eat your
candy
food and
cans
go
just
home.
like you dipped them in pennies and copper and Henny and then rub them in my vagina. You're not doing that to me. I'm sorry. I know the difference between a hardworking man and a clean man. There's a difference. I date them. I date the hardworking men, but I like the men who work smarter, not harder. I like the men who owns the business, not the men just having to do certain things. And don't get me wrong, I'm not down in them. I just know where I've come from and what I've dated and what I expect. So yeah, I'm gonna judge you because if you're gonna bring me down, I'm gonna need you in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm the type that I think about potential. So I try to see the potential in people. Because you know, maybe their background. Maybe their background.
I'm too old to
think
look
Maybe
at
their
potential.
background health. Wait, let me just make my point real quick. Maybe their background held them back a little bit. So that has been actually my problem in life. I see
That's weird.
I see too much potential in people. I see
potential in people, but I have learned
and
Potential
that
don't mean
at the end
nothing.
of the day, if this
if
Everybody
you're
got
trying
motherfucker is
to
a bum,
pursue
you're
me,
gonna be a bum. And you
if
just
you're
have to
trying
let it
to
go.
pursue me,
You gotta let it
I've
go.
already been
And
there
so
where I've already been to save a wife. I've already tried to save too much. You need to come to me healed. If you are still working on your shit, fix your shit.
yeah, because I'm done healing motherfuckers.
Come to
Let me
me
tell you,
healed. Don't come to me
every one of
broken.
my exes right now are millionaires. And
That's
guess
fine.
who? And guess who don't even own a house right now?
That's on you. But I own a house.
Okay, so but
But,
no,
and
no,
my
I
ex
know
and my
you
exes
don't.
are.
Hold on.
But my exes,
I
but
know
my
you
exes are
don't care.
also
I know
my.
you don't
Aisha's
care.
right, baby.
I know
That's
you
on
don't
you.
care, but I care. So I'm saying right
But
now
I'm saying no. My point is,
in my life right now, that's what I'm changing.
but exactly. So it goes
Everybody
back
I've been
to
with
make
are fucking
better
millionaires,
decisions and
except
better
me.
judgment. You need
So
to make better judgment
with
and
that
better decisions.
said, all I'm saying is this: I'm going to give you, like, as the viewers are watching this podcast, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about how to deal with a dude. But let me tell you something, girl. It might take a couple of cycles to get that shit going. But all I'm saying is now, yeah, I can't be fucking proud of it because I'm not getting no check in the mail. But the truth is, everybody I've been with long term is a millionaire. What did I
Okay,
tell
but
you?
you didn't let me finish, baby. You didn't let me finish. Everybody I date has money, and I have dated
Well, they
millionaires,
didn't
and
have money when I met them, though.
I am still being pursued by
That's
them.
the
Don't get me
difference.
wrong.
That's the
My point
difference.
here is what I
That's the
won't do is
difference.
go back to someone who's at my age in their mid 40s and
It's
still
a
trying to get their
difference.
life together. That's
It's
on
the
them.
difference. It's the
And that
difference.
you're gonna let me
If they
talk?
was
I'll
broke,
let you
if
speak.
they was
I'll let
broke
you
when they
speak.
met
Are we
you,
gonna let me
if
talk?
they
Because I
was
didn't
broke,
speak.
if they was broke when they met you,
Okay.
if
You
they
know
was
what?
broke when they met you, that's the difference. It's
So-
not them meeting you with money. I'm talking about if they was broke when they met you.
I've been there too.
So
I've been
So
there.
all the people I
When I
dated
tell
was
you.
broke when I met
All
you.
right, one at a
So
time.
what you're doing what we said you don't do. You're judging. You're assuming. Yeah, you're not even
Red,
judging. You're assuming stuff.
Hold on, man. You
And
should finish.
you don't know enough about me to throw that judgment. Because here's the difference. I learned a
No,
lot
no,
about
I'm
you.
not judging you. I'm just saying for myself. I'm
Okay,
saying
but
for
what I'm telling
myself.
you for yourself,
It
this is
wasn't
why
me.
you
It wasn't me here dating this millionaire, dating this millionaire. No, broke ass niggas that didn't even believe in themselves. And then what you do? You build them up. You lick their wounds. You take their twos and make them tens. You
so now that you
reside by
know,
them.
so
You
now
cook
that you
their
know that
meals,
goes
and then
back.
guess what? And guess what? They don't respect you for that shit, and then you got to boss up and leave.
Now that you know,
You
you
can't
have
blame
to make
someone
better
for sucking the
decisions.
life out of you when you give them the straw.
Right. You have to make better decisions now because now you know that you've been in that cycle. You got to break your own cycle. And it starts with judgment. It starts with saying, you know what? This looks like the same type of mess I was in before, and I can't put
But it's not my
myself in it.
imagination. This is 4 times. It's not my
That
imagination.
means you got a problem. You have a
Yeah.
habit of taking up the same type of shit. So if
So-
you're gonna do
Hey,
things
Cece.
over and over and expect different results, baby, that's the definition of insanity. That says you're insane. Stop
Okay.
it. Get help.
So I will say this, right? Even for a male, for myself, being a nurturer, humanitarian myself, and dealing with people, I always saw the potential in people. But you know what the potential got me?
Nothing.
It got me nothing.
Exactly.
It got my ass fucked
Not a
up in the
damn thing.
game.
Not
I'm
a
putting
damn
out
thing.
money to support them and put them in their shit. And as soon as they got their shit, guess what they do? Exit left to the right. Because they got their shit now. They don't need you no more. So
Right.
I said, okay, I ain't doing that shit no more. Like when we come in together, we're going to do 50-50 or we're going to have some shit together. Or
No, how about
it's
contract?
balance.
Yeah, contract.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sign on that motherfucking dotted line. Otherwise, you ain't nothing but a motherfucking booty call and a nice dinner.
All right.
That's
I got
it.
one stick of bubble gum.
We're gonna,
What's the rest?
That's it. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right, we're gonna finish on that. We're gonna finish on that. All right. Appreciate everybody's point of view on that topic, whether it was 2 seconds or 2 hours. I appreciate everybody's point of view.
Damn. This was a long show. Damn, that was a long show. Oh my God. This was a long fucking
We're
show.
an hour shorter than we were last week, so we getting somewhere.
I know. We're doing good. That's topics though.
I'm not even gonna go there with you, Red. I'm not even gonna go there.
I appreciate all y'all for giving your point of view. I love all y'all point of view, so I ain't mad at it. A little bit maybe, but no, I'm not mad at it. I'm cool with it. I love hearing if you disagree with me or not. That's fine. I want to hear somebody else's point of view, and maybe you can change my mind. Didn't quite change it tonight, but maybe next time, next Thursday at 7 p.m. for Hostile Therapy on YouTube and Facebook, and we're gonna see the rest of you guys next week, and hope everybody has a good weekend. Thank you for coming on the show, Erica. Hayoka. Alexa had her name stolen by the Alexa people at Amazon.
It's stupid.
Chris Styles,
Yo,
comedian Aisha, for coming on the show, and we'll see y'all on the next podcast. Y'all have a good night.
Yes.
All right, y'all.